young Rambo took away Afghanistan, he said. Aye, we have McDonald's instead. After 15 years of grain embargoes, now we got a happy meal. Aye, Roosty boy. Aye, Roosty girl. Aye, a Roosty boy. Here comes America, they'll buy us for $1. The walls fall down and the wolves arrive. Who bought it all when the kids all got to rise? It's the autumn of the nations as the Coca-Cola tax roll in. The holidays are coming for us again. The people can't win. The Berlin Wall is dead, and David Hasselhoff has risen up instead. Aye. Leonid Brezhnev's dead, and everyone who followed him so quickly meant the same thing. Aye, we have Gorbachev.
All right. Are we live? We are live. Is the microphone working? I think it's working. Hello, Dangarinos. How you doing today? It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon in the galaxy. The weather is crisp and barren, and there's really no weather at all. In space, that's right. In space, no one can hear the wind scream. This is the quality content you people came for. How y'all doing, Dangarinos? We got Luke here, we got SP4H, we got Commander Phil Barnes. 07 to a lot of you. Thank you for joining on this special mystery occasion. Yes, that's right. Today we have quite an interesting little stream topic. We are going to be joining in the little mystery hunt for the fate of the Hesperus. Now, of course, it's already been solved by canon because, mystery's been out for like 3 or 4 hours, right? So that's done. But we can check out what it's all about. And I figured maybe I'll start with a little bit of, backstory for any of those who have not been. Okay, first, 07 Bouncy Stickman. And Luke, this is not a mamba. This just looks like a mamba. It's camouflage. But no, this is a crate, my friend. And I have a crate. I have 2 crates. I have a crate Phantom and a crate that is a great crate. I don't know what the hell this one is. But it's got 2 spoilers. I love the mid-engine spoiler. Why that exists to, I don't know, contain the engines. Like, wouldn't that just burn off? Like, this material must be made of super strong tanium. That's, I don't know. But yeah, if you don't have this paint job, that's because you didn't go to LaveCon. This was a LaveCon exclusive paint job. I went to the event, was it 2 years ago? Or it feels like 1 year ago because, the missing year of history. But 2 years ago, went to LaveCon, and they were giving out little cards that had codes that you could redeem to get this slick paint job of flamey stuff, which looks cool. I'm already off track, aren't I? Yes, so what are we doing today? We're checking out the mystery of the Hesperus. So, I guess to kind of go backwards and catch anyone up who's not been following this mystery, going back far enough, the Adam Master and Salvation was initially how this mystery came to be. A quote-unquote detective or detective agency called the Wall Glass Agency, and a former retired founder. What was his name? I can't remember his name. You know what? It's not important. Other detectives aren't important. We don't need to talk about BGS detectives that don't actually appear in the game and have no significance when I am the greatest detective. But they discovered, well, basically the Adam Master was a ship sent out by Azimuth Biochemicals to look for alien devices along with the Hesperus. And somewhere along the way, things got screwed up. A rival faction named Pharma Sapien went and kind of blew their shit up and screwed around with their stuff, shot them in the bum. And everyone abandoned the Atom Master. And then one day, about 200 years later or so, the Atom Master mysteriously returned to the Chukan system, and sort of just showed up as a little ghost ship. And from there, people kind of extrapolated the data and solved a mystery that led back to the Coalsack Nebula, where they discovered some new Thargoid barnacles and some sweet alien goo. Now, of course, this was a few months back. And while the Atom Master's fate had sort of been solved, the Hesperus, which was the Atom Master's sister ship, was still out there. Until it recently turned up. Some beacons were sort of activated because the Hesperus, which suffered a similar fate to the Atom Master, was also drifting out there in space. And a dredger, which is a cool ship-eating ship, came along and tried to, mess with its junk. And that triggered a reaction that sent out the signal beacons and put people on the trail to the Hesperus, which was discovered, I want to say, like a month ago or a few months ago. It was definitely before Odyssey, before the Alpha graced us all with its presence. In any case, from the Hesperus logs, now people who went to the Atom Master got a message from this guy named Salvation, who I guess is trying to figure out the azimuth biochemicals mystery from 200 years ago to quote-unquote save mankind. Though the galactic authorities might think this guy's into some illegal stuff, but if you kind of look at my my transactions menu, I mean, aren't we all a little illegal in our own special ways? Is that really important? Bouncy Stickman, you're asking, what are we looking for in this instance? The remnants of the Hesperus crew, their data perhaps. We're gonna get there. So Salvation essentially, wanted people to find the Atom Master, and after the Atom Master was found, and if all you had to do was be in, I think, the same system as the Atom Master to get the signal from this guy initially. He sent out another signal asking commanders to find the Hesperus. And obviously, when the Hesperus was found, asked everyone to turn in the data to like the Torai Mining Corp or something like that. Which I think that was just a hired front or a patsy to not be able to trace the data back to Salvation, because obviously this guy's on the run from the powers that be. He's against the developers. Maybe from the Dark Wheel. Who knows? That's speculation. In any case, Hesperus logs were decoded, and what it turned out was very similar to the Azimuth. Their sort of rival pharmaceutical company called Pharmasapien went and planted some little bad boys on their ship that went and sabotaged the ship and sort of took it over. And if you read the logs from the Hesperus, which I probably have somewhere back here in the old Hesperus logs, here we go. You can see here that basically what happened was when you had the Pharmasapien people sort of taking over the ship, a small group of Hesperus crew people managed to escape on an exploration ship. One of them stayed behind to kill all of the traitorous bastards and ended up gassing the whole ship with poison, killing themselves in the process, but taking all the bad people with them. Except for one of the, I guess, engineers or something from the rival pharmacy company stayed on the ship and found everyone dead. His name was Junior Engineer O'Neill. And so it came back from a sort of a spacewalk, which, in this game, how we can, go outside our ships and do spacewalks in space. Not. But realized that everyone died, and, I don't think we know the fate of this guy. But what happened to that small group of Hesperus crew members who left the ship? When they left the ship, they got onto like an Anaconda or something, some exploration craft that was docked with this mega ship, and rather than, hightail it out of there like any logical, reasonable person would, they stayed Dangus, and they thought, well, you know what, we're close enough to some alien stuff, we're gonna go check it out. And that's kind of where that brings us to today. So what happened was, if you had done the Hesperus mission, you woke up one day in your spaceship, and let me see here. Where is it? Where has it gone? And you got this message from Salvation. Commander, this is Salvation. Thank you for playing your part in finding the Hesperus megaship. I require your expertise again to fully resolve that mystery. I need to learn what happened to surviving crew members of the Hesperus. Although they abandoned the ship nearly 2 centuries ago, it's possible they discovered something of scientific value. The Hesperus began its journey from the Lichul system. As a precautionary protocol, it deployed signal beacons approximately every 100 light years. My agents have analyzed the Hesperus' onboard systems and confirmed that only 17 beacons were launched. I assume this was stopped when Pharma Sapien took over the ship, and that they sabotaged the beacons to prevent azimuth biochemicals learning what happened. Shortly after this point, the survivors of the original crew escaped using one of the secondary craft, which were specially modified for long-range exploration. Therefore, my belief is that they made planetfall within 300 light-years of wherever the last beacon is located. I urge you to accept the task of finding all these beacons and hopefully discover a trace of the survivors. Your efforts will aid me in my great work, preventing humanity's extinction. How? Why? What does this all mean? We'll find out. So, what really happened from this point? And hold on, let me just check the chat here. Yeah, Hesperus zombies. Yeah, I know. That would be super awesome, but, well, we'll see. I haven't actually been there, although I kind of know what we're going into. I kind of read a little bit ahead. Minor spoilers that I have, but I won't spoil them in the stream. It'll really be, I think, quite a cool thing to check out. But, so, you know, when I got this message, then naturally the first thing I did was head to the, where was it, the Lychee system? Lichul? Somewhere around here. Hold on. Look at my bearings. It's a big galaxy. Anyway, the point was, it was somewhere in here. And, obviously, the message kind of implies a few things. Number one, that, you're going to have beacons every 100 light years from the starting destination, but they didn't give you a trajectory, so it was really a blind, you know, this is something you can only brute force. Now, when I got the message, I did manage to brute force myself the very first beacon. I was very proud to find it, and when I went to go report it to everyone, I found out that by the time I was there, Cannon was already on, like, beacon 10. So, within a few hours of that, they had got to the final beacon. And so I sort of skipped from the first beacon to number 10, which started just around the Witchhead Nebula. And you can see I've bookmarked a chain for each successive beacon, which are about 100 light years apart, and sort of show the route that the Hesperus was taking. And when it got to the COL 69 sector, that's where, or very close to, or within the area where they were attacked by Pharma Sapien, and where the exploration craft ditched. So within a 300 light year zone of the COL 69 sector LY, that's where this supposed, you know, survivor base was looking for. And obviously there were a few things that implied that we were looking for a ground base. Yeah, surviving crew members making planetfall within 300 light years of where the last beacon was located. So there were a few clues that we could deduce, but really, you know, once you found this beacon, it was 300 light years, up to 300 light years, I guess, in any direction. It would have been painful if we were still looking for it, but, you know, thanks to the good efforts of those in Cannon, we know that the end result is here, in the Trapezium Sector UXC12. Right there. Or maybe that one. Yeah, probably that one. I'm assuming because there's a carrier there. Or no, maybe it is this one. I don't know. Maybe you can't park your fleet carrier in the system because it's probably full. We will find out when we get there. Now, we are in open, too, so I'm, like, a little bit worried that we're going to die because we do have, you know, some exploration data and codex discoveries, but, you know, I could go in private, but that's just not Dangus. But yeah, so we are going to head to this location and find out what happened to the survivors of the Hesperus. Very exciting. But yeah, so, I mean, I'm pretty happy that, you know, this is the first, I think, legit mystery that we've really got in a long time that's been kind of interesting. Like, the whole Interstellar Initiatives and NMLA Terrorists was kind of felt like it was not going anywhere. Maybe it is. Maybe that's a future note. The developers had come out and said that this whole Hesperus Adam Master storyline, they would say it's in part 2 of a part 8 story arc that they expect to end at the latest by February of next year, depending on things, which I assume could mean player choices and how, you know, what happens along the story, or at least that's what I hope for. And I have my qualms with how this is being done. I think it's kind of lame that, you know, they're not giving breadcrumbs or, like, clues other than, like, you know, hey, it's 100 light years in whatever direction go search for it. Like, you know, if you went and found these beacons, which it did, you'll see that, you know, Beacon 13 just has AZB2, which is Azimuth Biochemicals 2 for Hesperus being the second ship. H002255, which is the Hesperus' ship code, and then TXB13 is the beacon code. And for 12, it's just the same thing, and for 11. So it would have been nice to have, like, each beacon give, like, a trajectory or something that you would use to find the next place to go. But I digress. You know, at the end of the day, if, you know, you can just look at the canon spreadsheet, right? It's kind of how these mysteries tend to go. But I'm still very happy that they are doing something, and there is something to go and check out. So that's been really cool. Yeah, anyway, sorry. Just adjust my view here. So, we are a few jumps away from the system that we want to go, and the views here are absolutely gorgeous around the Horsehead Nebula, which to me kind of looks like a giant space shrimp. Just want to dip it in some red sauce, marinara, take a chomp out of that, and spit out the tail. Mmm, shrimp. Delicious. Anyway. So, I don't know. I'm quite interested in this mystery. I'm quite interested to see where this is going. I'm not expecting anything groundbreaking at this point, but definitely I want to keep current with this mystery, as I think it will go to an interesting place. And from what I've been hearing is, if you didn't participate in the previous leg of the Hesperus, which was, you know, finding the Hesperus logs and turning them in to get that reward, you wouldn't get the message from salvation. So, you know, if you skip out on a chapter of the story, you might not be able to fully participate down the road. Now, I'm not sure, this is not confirmed, but I think you can still go to the Atomaster and sort of pick up the chain and go through the components of the story. Or I'm not sure if you can. If anyone out there has done that, then please let me know. And of course, you know, as I've been going along, I'm looking for interesting planets to, you know, put some graffiti on, get my first planet fall. A lot of the, when you're going exploring now, or sort of just outside of the bubble, you will see that a lot of the atmospheric planets are the ones that people are choosing to land on. Obviously, because there's more chance to get some genomic samples and, you know, find some space clams to scan. But alright, I think we're, what? Oop. Oh, another weird thing is when you are jumping, go into your Galnet news and you will get some weird ass effects. Got a real bright one. Oh, so you can see also the legacy of the Hesperus here is it's already in Galnet. It's already there. If the news is reporting on it, it's no longer a secret. Everyone knows. So you can't really spoil something when it's already out there. But yeah, we're one jump away from the alleged system. Now, I don't know where it is in the system, so we'll have to kind of figure that out. I think at this point, probably you just look for the place where all the fleet carriers are parked. But maybe there's so many fleet carriers that that won't be the way to find it. Maybe we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way, using our eyes, our ears, and our tongue. That's right. What's up, Takoso? Have I solved the galactic mysteries yet? Yes. I'm stringing things out. I solved it by looking on the forum. And that is the case where it does feel kind of like, hey, what's up, JP Strider? It does kind of feel like anytime a mystery comes out, the first thought that you have is, has canon solved it already? And they're good, man. They are very quick. Even with these sort of brute force things. Oh, yeah. I wonder where it is. Okay, that kind of makes it a little bit easier. Don't need to even look at fleet carriers, but let's look at how many fleet carriers. Oh my god. Yep. This place is full. So, definitely that's the planet. The one in the giant, you know, sandwich between the fleet carriers. Anamix got first footfall. Good on you, sir. Is there any first footfall available? No, there's only one other landable planet, and yeah, Fang Darker. That's what I'm saying. It's like, you see, oh, it's an atmospheric planet that you can land on. It's going to be tagged. Gotta get in there, people. Get your space graffiti. 0809, 010. Wait, what? What's up, Great Test? How you doing, man? Alright, and because we're super cool, we're going to use Super Cruise Assist. And we are in open, and thankfully there's no hollow dots here to scare me and make me regret my choices. No, Canon has solved this one yet. I was just saying earlier, I found the first beacon on my own, and I was so proud of myself. At that point, I didn't think it was found. I went to the forums to throw it up there, and they were already on beacon 10. You're just like, yeah. Like, I mean, maybe I could join in with Canon, but no, this investigator's a lone wolf. I work alone. Mateus, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, they have within seconds. Oh, by the way, if you guys don't know Mateus, his YouTube channel is one of my favorites. When you're talking about mysteries and you're talking about conspiracies, that guy knows how to spin a yarn. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is we are going to scan this planet for mystery signals. And oh my god, all those fleet carriers. It's just a mess. Like, you'd be surprised that there's this many. Are they not going to collide into each other? Alright. Let's throw some probes out there. No rhyme, no reason. Just probe. These 6 probe planets, I'm not really concerned with like efficiency bonuses right now. Because at the end of the day, flying it open in a mystery site, the chances of getting ganked are extremely high. Come on, 89%. Give me it. There we go. Alright, so do we have any biologics? No. We got nothing. But, what do we have? Distress beacons all over the place. So perhaps some of those distress beacons could... I mean, like, are they randomly generated in all 100% of circumstances? Or are they sometimes not? Are there some planted distress beacons? We shall have to see. I think probably not, but... Jameson's Legacy. Oh, that's a carrier. I was about to say, I'm like, did Jameson come here too? What are you doing? Beacon 10 was the second one found. Of course. They found the first one and then the 10th one. We just skipped 2 to 9. Now, I was kind of a little bit worried that potentially you needed to scan all 17 beacons in order to unlock the goodies, but I don't believe from what I read you do need to. Now, that said, I did go and get prepared, and I brought along some meta alloys and a couple ancient keys, and of course, 5 limpets for good measure. No bio waste, and whoa, hold on. Yeah, okay. I did hear something that there were alien wreckages nearby, but I didn't think, like, right there. Well, hold on. So we have a Guardian ruin over here, the site over here, and a bunch of crashed Thargoid ships that don't appear on my nav menu. Okay, so what's the story here? And, like, it looks like the facility is right in between these. Was there, like, a war between the Guardians and the Thargoids, and these poor settlers fell in between? Who knows? Well, let's check out the beacon first, and then we'll maybe see what's going on over there. Maybe those meta alloys and keys are going to come in handy. With Chikoso, you're saying at least the first Guardian sites were broken, so it took them a while to solve them. Well, okay, so here's my thing is, like, you look at Frontier, and I love the fact that they're trying to do mysteries and they're still keeping this up, but a lot of them tend to be... Hey, where'd it go? It just disappeared. Uh-oh. So I guess you gotta really line it up. I hope this is gonna be somewhat visible from the air, because... Did it... What happened? Wait, what's that over there? Okay, that's something. That's something. I thought it was just some weird planet shine at first, but... Yeah, maybe the Hesperus took on... Well, the Hesperus wasn't even here. Okay, it looks like we've got a crashed anaconda, but there's something sticking out of this. Interesting. Okay. So it looks like an anaconda that they've built a little settlement on. It's like a Winnebago. It's a trailer park. They built an anaconda trailer park. I love it. This is great. This is new in the game. I've never seen this. I thought this was just going to be like a crashed ship or a beacon with a little bit of wreckage nearby, but this is some cool checking out. Probably want my dumpster chute for scavenging. take an SRV. Just to be on the safe side. Just in case. And is that you, Phil Barnes? Is that you, the blue hollow dot there? I used to have the custom HUD with the green VR kind of look, but Odyssey kind of reset my HUD, and all the colors are back to quote-unquote normal, but they're actually quite disorienting for me. Oh god! I was gonna say, I'm like, did I miss my ship? Is that my ship, or is that you, Phil? I don't know. That is my ship, okay. I'm literally just so disoriented right now. Okay, so this is cool. This is pretty cool. What's this? Mechanical equipment! Oh my god, I need this! Oh, materials! The lovely thing about these mystery sites, too, is you get materials like the salvage and alloys. I need that stuff. Oh, it's a cornucopia. Screw the mystery! Grind! Grind! Oh, basic conductors. This is a looting site. Okay. So, this... Oh, that's cool. It's like a little homeless shelter, or a little shed for wreckage. Okay, we're going to walk around this base and try to understand the story of what might have gone on here and search for clues. I mean, we're probably disrupting the evidence by taking all this lovely loot, but I cannot help myself. This is primo loot. Oh my god. Oh my god, heat dispersion plates. I needed this so bad. Oh my god. These are the materials that I'm starting to run low on and thinking, oh, I think I might have to grind. Ooh, and a settlement comms uplink. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Let's actually scan some of those. Oh, my ship is too close. Alright, you know what? Get out of ship. Get out of here, ship. I don't need your restrictions. I don't need you cramping up my style. Go. Skedaddle. Go away. Bye-bye. Don't go too far. I'll need you later. Ah! Oh, it's Phil. How's it going? Okay, don't let me run over you, dude. I'm not a very skilled driver. And this is like instant kill. Alright, so let's scan some of these comms links. And we'll get to know the story. And then we can kind of look at the site itself and sort of see if we can discern any clues. Careful up there. Loot! Where'd it go? What? Is it under this thing? There's loot in the ground. It's under the surface. Maybe we have to... Does that imply surface mining? I need mining lasers right now. Or maybe we have to turn this thing on, and it will pop the loot out of the ground. Here's another comms uplink. I know, I'm seriously, like, as soon as I see loot, I get this, like, rush of, dopamine and adrenaline. I need the loot. Wait, what just happened? Module not functional. Increased distance from ship. Whose ship? Oh, what, the Anaconda? Is the Anaconda not allowing me to do the thing? Seems to be, yeah, a data point. Oop, no, don't shoot it. Don't shoot it with lasers. Shoot it with, not lasers? What do we get for that? Okay, so we got some unusual encrypted files for that. I'm sure that's probably important. We're gonna find all the data points before we listen to the logs. Did I scan this one? I think I scanned this one. Yeah, there was one here, there was one over here. I think I scanned that one too. Yeah. Okay, maybe there's some on the other side. If there's only two. Ah! Oh, damn it. You know what? Go this way. I think it's safe to say they're probably not on this side of the ship. I don't know. We'll get out and do a walkabout as well. And I hope the gravity here isn't too steep. Was it 0.31 Gs? Yeah, we could probably get up onto the ship. And usually the ships themselves... Oh. You have to be really... What are you doing? Oh, you're trying to get on top of the Anaconda too. Use the tower. There's some good tower scaling there. Data point. Okay, that's something I don't think we've done yet. Where is it? Oh, that's that thing. Hold on. So wait. I've already scanned that. Is it just the two? Well, let's see. Proteus log 1. It does say like 1 of 5 or something, so maybe it is just 2. So the timestamp. So this is from 3113. So that's like what, 200 years ago, almost. That's pretty long time. So this is Lieutenant Hugo Kellerman. I was a deputy security chief aboard the Hesperus, working for Azimuth Biochemicals. I've decided to resume my reports, even though the chances of us being rescued seem to be shrinking every day. After Pharmasapiens' sleeper agents took control, I managed to get some of the science team off ship using the Proteus. For the record, Private Adriana Velasco performed her duties exceptionally, and her family should be informed of her bravery. We only escaped thanks to her. I just hope she found her own way home. Nope, she died while poisoning the entire ship and committing minor-scale genocide. I wanted to set a course for an inhabited system, but Dr. Farrell insisted on investigating readings sent back by one of Azimuth's deep space probes. Okay, so they, I guess, sent a probe to this system, it sent back alien signals, and they came here. So what I'm betting is that they set up this base between the Thargoids and the Guardians. So that battle probably happened after, not as a result of this facility. So she believed that Pharmasapien would focus on all the probes they sent to the California Nebula, but that we might find something interesting in the opposite direction. Well, she was dead right about that. Emphasis on dead. There's no doubt that the structures on this moon weren't built by humans. Those strange arches and monoliths are over 1 million years old, according to molecular scans. So yeah, the Guardians, long gone. Ackerman, the xenoarchaeologist, said it felt like he was walking through the ruined temples of forgotten gods. I just felt like a trespasser. It just makes me think of like Star Trek V. It's like, why does God need a spaceship? Why does God need a sentinel? We've also found even stranger things, half buried in the ground as if fallen from the sky, but they look like starfish than starships. Okay, so that's got to be the xenoflower. So that must be the little Thargoid crash sites over there. And I've never seen so many in the same facility, so that is strange. But I guess at this point, 200 years ago, who are the Thargoids? This is very, this is talking about first encounters, really, right? Is there new stuff to find there on foot? JP Strider. Yeah, after we read these logs, I'll get out and we'll walk around. Okay, where was I? Starfish. I'm just like, there's a joke about Thargoid starfishing. The sort of deep sea creatures that you find on ocean floors. Thank you for those who don't know what a starfish is. Maybe in this 3300s, we've forgotten about the oceans. What the hell flew around in those? For all things, we're looking at an ancient battleground. The structures and starfish things are nothing alike, suggesting totally different species. Two intelligent races on the same world. Incredible. Both far more technologically advanced than us, but not so advanced that they didn't try to kill each other. This is exactly what Azimuth has been looking for, although I doubt they ever expected a discovery like this. I'm more concerned about surviving long enough to tell them about it. We've been here for 2 months now. Interesting, 2 months. So this base they must have built over time. Living off recycled air, food, and water, so basically eating your own bio-waste, which is cool. Doesn't taste that bad if you run it through the food processor. That's a friend told me that. I don't know from experience. 2 scientists have turned the Proteus into a research facility, and all I can do is keep out of their way while they analyze their findings and test samples. They've almost forgotten that we barely escaped mass slaughter. I spent a lot of time monitoring the sensors. If those Pharmasapien mercenaries... I can't see it over this data point thing. Can I just not select that? No? It's just gonna get stuck there? Okay, whatever. So if those Pharmasapien mercenaries don't find us, we won't stand a chance, but I can't understand why Azimuth hasn't sent out rescue parties, unless the sleeper agents sabotaged our beacons before they were dropped. Did they pre-program them to stop transmitting? If they did, then nobody knows we're here. We're alone. Just us and the ghosts of the gods. Interesting. And log 2. It's Kellerman. So again, this is, well, hold on. This is September 26th. The first one is, this is like 5 days later. I've just given myself the last of the stimulants. That should keep me going long enough to record this, to tell the Azimuth how we died. 3 days ago, I went on a survey team to the structures. Ackerman and Zhao had brought something to life. Ooh, okay. I saw a pillar rise up in the ground with a large crystal inside it, blazing a brilliant light. He's talking about his experience with hallucinogenic Viagra. After 1 million years, their machinery was still functioning. They fired up some kind of high-energy particle accelerator, which shocked the crystal from its moorings. This didn't feel like archaeology to me, more like a grave robbing. I should have known there'd be defenses, but the hovering drone caught us by surprise, so we got caught by a sentinel. It vaporized Ackerman along with 3 others. I managed to destroy it eventually, but there were more of them gliding around the structures, and we got out fast. I offered to take the crystal back, thinking the drones might come looking for it, but Dr. Farrell said they had their experiments ready to go. Weapons experiments. Interesting. So what kind of crystal are we talking about here? Is this some kind of... It would shock the crystal from its mooring. That's probably the Guardian Relic, right? So she told me that that was always the priority for both the Atomaster and the Hesperus. So locate non-human technology that can be developed for the military market. It's always about guns, ain't it? Azimuth wants to be the first corporation selling alien weaponry, which will make them bigger than Sirius. That's all they care about. Well, I guess who the hell is the technology broker work for then? Are they part of Sirius or what? Oh, let me just check the chat here. What's up, Lone Star? How you doing? Good morning. Good Dangus morning. Who goes to Earth anymore? I hear it's a dump. That's true. Mars is the new center anyway. They kind of screwed up Earth. But yeah, sorry, where was I? Here, got a little distracted. Bigger than Sirius. Yeah, that's all they care about. That's who I've been working for all these years. No better than Pharma Sapien after all. So even these like underlings that are doing the missions don't really know the true purpose of their employers. A few hours ago, I was looking about this intense blue flash. It seemed to come from everywhere. I thought we were under attack. Then Farrell came stumbling out of her lab. Her clothes and body burned black and dropped dead. The others started collapsing within the hour. I think there was some kind of radiation surge from the crystal we stole. I tried to get the ship's drives online again, but too weak. Can hardly stand now. Pain in every muscle. Vision is blurred. My skin is like everyone else's. Ooh. I don't know if this does not sound safe. Good. God knows what experiments Farrell was running, but now there's three dead races on this moon. We shouldn't be here. Humans don't belong. If Azimuth finds us, please don't find us. Interesting. So maybe it is only those two logs. Well, let's get out and see what we can see on foot. Nope. Dismark. And interesting. Actually, go get a camera shot. I'm gonna do like I think an episode on. Oops. No. I'm gonna do an episode on this. I do want to get some like shots and footage or whatever. So you might see me switching into camera mode for a couple of these shots. There's Phil on the beacon. It's jumping up and down. But yeah, what's going on here? What is going on here? I like how this... Ah! I like how this facility is like, you know, kind of patchwork, right? It's not well made, you know. You got little bits and bobs, misshapen parts sticking out of it. Just get a couple shots here. I gotta get that SRB in the background. I do love how you can move your head around. It's my favorite. And, you know, it's like for all the, I'm hearing, you know, so much negativity about Elite, and I get there's certainly some areas that need work, but, man, I am enjoying the heck out of this. Hold on, how do I do that thing? Nope, this thing. Okay. I do want to get, just kind of like, an overview shot here. So that's cool. So they basically turned a little anaconda into a tree fort. Oh yeah, by the way, the background music that you will hear in the background, do let me know if it's too loud, if it's not loud enough, if it needs to be cranked to 11. That is all from Mr. Tokoso himself. Tokoso. If you don't know about Tokoso, man, I think you're about, if you go and find out, you're about to experience greatness, and I wish I could go back in time and rediscover Tokoso all over again, because he makes some pretty dope music, including an Elite Dangerous album called, what is it, Dreams Beyond the Frontier? But yeah, this is so cool in Space Legs now. You can walk up and, you know, hang out in these little radar towers, right? And what a beautiful location for a lovely settlement. That's your sunrise every morning, or shrimp rise. Let's just kind of get more camera shots. Yeah. What do you do? Was that your shield, Phil, or are you getting attacked by the sentry tower there? Oh, the blackout camera. Now I do hear there's something where like you can do like, hold on, I'm gonna try this. I'm trying to do glitch camera. Oops, what happened? Did I just fall to the ground? Apparently if you, and hold on, let's just do a test. If I've done it right now, I wouldn't get the black camera. But apparently if you do the black camera, and then do your thingy at the same time. No. I don't know how to get this stupid glitch camera. I keep hearing there's like a way to get rid of blackout cam using some glitchy thing, but it is unbeknownst to me. Now this does feel a little bit like Fallout 4, you know, post-apocalyptic settlement sort of vibe, which I really dig. What's this thing? Some sort of machinery. Maybe for pumping oxygen, maybe for pumping iron. Maybe that was the settlement's gym. Now, these little data things as well. When you're in, when you are in the SRV, these don't look so big, but when you're on foot, you realize just how massive these little data receptacles are. So let's try and get on top of the Anaconda. Yeah, so far I haven't seen anything that looks like a panel I could undo. 92327. That's the zip code of this little base. I don't know why they still use the American system. 3307, get with the times. Okay, that wasn't hard to get up here. So here we are on this little... Ooh, is that... What is with this, like, opaque black material? Oh yeah, Takosa's music is absolutely epic. If you haven't heard the Elite Dangerous album, like, please go listen to that right now. And come back after you're done and tell us all about it, because it's amazing. So, I mean, years and years later, and the windshields are still looking good. You can see here, we still got chairs. Nice looking chairs. The upholstery is fine. Is there supposed to be a chair here? I don't know, I don't have an Anaconda. It feels like there should be a chair right there, because that's where the radar thing is. So, one chair is missing. They might have repurposed that for the base to create a throne. Do you think they formed a little government, like a monarchy here? If they had survived generations, would this be some sort of offshoot of humanity? Now, sometimes on these crash ships, you will find little red panels in Odyssey that you can sort of slice open and get some material goodies, but I'm not seeing anything. Please don't turn on. Please don't turn on. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought I was stuck for a second. The Anaconda is a big ship, but you know, I heard some things saying, oh, this one's very loud? Yeah, hold on. Hold on. It's like this particular song. I'll just skip to the next one, because that it's like, a lot of these songs you will have heard in previous Dangus episodes, and you know, Takosa's been sending me these over a few years now, and some of them might have different mixing levels than the other ones, right? In the editing, it's always easy, but when I'm throwing them all into a playlist, it will definitely go up and down. But you know what? Sometimes that loud music is good to shock the system. You know, it moves things through the bowels. It's just a musical enema. Or not enema. Enema is the one that goes in the rear. What's the one that goes in the mouth and makes you poop? Prune juice? I don't know. And Dark Heavy 8, how you doing, man? Glad you could join. We are here at the sort of surviving base camp of where the Hesperus survivors ended up. And you can see it's an Anaconda with a little tiny little settlement. And oh, no! I thought it was in my Odyssey suit and had more. Ooh, hello, SRV. Okay, maybe there's some panels we can undo from you. That's normally where they would be. Normally there would be some tasty loot. Not on this one. This one's maybe an older model. Now keep in mind, this is interesting because these people are from 200 years ago, right? That's not generation theme. Like we had witch space drives at that point, but this is a 200-year-old SRV. The technology has not evolved much in 200 years, except for maybe this. I've never seen. What is this little dongle sticking out? This little space dildo. What are you? What are you, little dongle? This is gonna get real inappropriate. This should be a Yamix bit right here. Just trying to give that little dongle head. But what is it? I don't know. Do I have one on my SRV? Hold on. Where'd I park? Oh, all the way over there. I wish you could request your SRV come to you, like a little. It's got a little AI in it. Okay, yeah, no. Oh, okay, so you're supposed to have 2 dongles, but that one's lost a dongle, so it is only at half dong. That's an SRV measurement. And also, as we were saying earlier, there is some materials here. I think that's it right there. Maybe we can coax it out with no, run! Oh, that was close. Phil, I hope you were not near me. Okay, you're up there. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I meant to put down, what is it? Shield disruptor. Oh, for crying out loud. Let me select the damage. Okay. Okay. You gotta watch those bounces. Okay, let's try about there. Nope. Okay, so maybe we can try bouncing them. Just coax it out this way. Nope. Oh, you're helping. I thought my bullets were ricocheting back at you. And I was like, that's kind of cool if there is ricochet physics, but no, it was never meant to be. Yeah, okay, maybe... I'm like, if I try to get my SRV... It's just one material spatula, just leave it alone. You don't need it. But what are these boxes for? These, like, fuse boxes? This is battery equipment, which you can just flip these little switches. But yeah, this kind of looks like the extent of what we're going to get from the base. There's not, like, much other than the 2 logs, to give you kind of the story. There doesn't seem to be much else here to loot other than the scattered materials that are lying on the ground. But actually, like, I feel like relogging just to get more of those. Oh, look at this. We've got an air vent that is poking out. If only I could just cut it open and go inside this little building. It does kind of also look like this might have been designed a while ago, because it is not Odyssey specific. It's if you were playing in Horizons, I'm sure you could come enjoy the mystery as well, which is probably great for those who are, still on the consoles and don't have Odyssey, or those who cannot run Odyssey due to some frame rate issues. Though I will say, right now I'm getting about 60 frames a second, 60 to 65, which that make me happy. So kudos to Frontier for improving the performance. Ooh, girders. Improving the performance pretty dramatically from what it initially was, because even on my pretty good computer, it was running quite shite for a bit. I'll go back up in this tower. I like towers. Get a good view from these towers. Yeah, it looks definitely cobbled together from whatever materials they could find. I love these kind of little Robinson Crusoe style tree fort bases. Let's see how high we can get on this thing. Can we make it to the top? Yes, we can. Don't even need to get my Odyssey suit. But there you have it. This beautiful, busted... sorry, what video card do I have? I have not the GeForce 81, the GeForce RTX 3070 is the one that I've got. And JP Strider, you're saying you got the message from Salvation yesterday and you're on PS4. That's awesome. Yeah, because I mean, you don't want to exclude people from these things. I mean, I wish that there was maybe some stuff to do in Odyssey, but maybe, they didn't intentionally put, like, Odyssey loot drops here, because that would sort of give players an edge over the console players, the PC players. But it does kind of make me think, like, is there going to be, a sort of era of Elite where they kind of have to design for 2 different worlds, right? I imagine that's got to be difficult. Well, let me just turn around here. I think this would be a cool shot. Oop, no. I'm just getting real close. Oh, just a 1 foot casually off the pole. This is a pretty cool idea. I like the fact that there is like a new layout or a new thing that you can find. Like, you can see that maybe there are other Anaconda wrecks out there. Phil, yeah, of course, join voice. I'm in the Patreon Discord, so come join me. Because you probably know a lot more about this site. You've been on top of this mystery since the beginning. Loot, you're in queue for one. Yeah, I mean, I knew Odyssey was coming, and for the last 3 years I've been kind of squirreling away for kind of a computer fund. And when I heard that, you know, the graphic card availability was a big thing, I just decided, you know, well, it seems that you're having no issues getting it in a pre-built. So I just did the whole, like, pre-build thing. And, didn't have to wait in line, didn't have to wait for inventory. That was lovely. Although I did have, it took me a few weeks really, almost a month, to actually get the system, because even that had some limitations in availability. And JP Strata, you're saying, I did notice that every Odyssey dropped, I can no longer buy new clothing in the Hollow Me menu. Come on, fill us in. Phil, you there? I can't see the Discord on my... Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Am I live on the stream?
You are live. Live on the Dangus.
That's scary.
And you're about to be smushed under my boot! Nope! Okay, you got out of the way. And that hurt, actually. I lost
Oh, there you are. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, you're probably, if you're watching the stream, there's, I think like a 30-second delay on YouTube between the chat and the broadcast. But how you doing? What's been your experience with this Hesperus mystery?
Well, I was working with Canon, helping the search a bit, as much time as I had to do it. So I was live in the Canon server, following the search as it went live.
So you were in the Excel doc, or were you out there in the black, checking out the different systems?
Yeah, both, and also on the Discord server. Of course, I'm a member of Canon, so.
Right on. And yeah,
it was found like 3 a.m. local time, so I woke up and it was found. So.
Yeah, I was kind of following along once I found that first beacon. I sort of found that spreadsheet and was following along and saw that they had the 10th beacon, and then it was a hop, skip, and a jump after that before the 17th was found. And I knew going to bed that night, by the time I wake up, they'll have found it. I'm curious though, how many people do you think were in that search? Because there must have been tons and tons of people checking all these different systems.
Yeah, I was checking the spreadsheet at one time, and there was 100 people viewing it, so that's probably a good approximation of how many searchers.
Wow. Yeah, it's definitely, this is not one of those mysteries that you could solve by yourself. It would probably take you a year to search for all the beacons.
But all those people were not Canon members. There's usually people from the forums and such also helping out with the spreadsheets.
Right. Yeah, I was, you know, definitely like, the first one I brute forced, but after that I realized that I could check 2 or 3 systems and put it there, but by the time I did it, they'd probably already been checked by other people. So I'm like, well, you know what, as usual, I'll just wait until, let all the people do the hard work, and then I'll come and swoop in the end and claim all the credit. No, but this thing is moving, by the way. Do you notice this artifact here? Like, this base must still have some power. What do you notice?
I did notice. Yeah.
Can I stand on this? Oh, I can stand on this. What happens if it moves past me? Oh, I just fall. But yeah, this is I think this is a really cool little asset. Like, I'm glad that they're adding like new types of things that you can discover. Little dilapidated Anaconda mobile homes. Let's get a shot there. So I guess the other things to check out here are going to be the Guardian site and that sort of Myrad of Thargoid crash ships. Now have you already checked out all those sites as well?
I have, yes.
Okay. Is there anything like, without spoiling anything, is there anything we should make sure to have before heading to those sections?
No, nothing really. It's works with the same old stuff. SRV and ship is good.
Okay.
No particular cargo needed or nothing. No.
Yeah, that's the thing I always wonder with these mysteries is sometimes, you know, it's like it's about what you have in your hold. Hold on, let me just see if I can get my SRV up. Nope. Uh-oh. Oh, hold on. What have I done? Okay, hold on. This is not good. Oh no.
What did you do?
You don't happen to have like a crane on you, do you? I can't even see myself because I'm in a very precarious situation. I may be stuck and unable to move. I may become part of this.
Stuck how?
Part of this wreckage. Oh, hold on, I can do
Help somehow.
Hold on. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay, mate. No, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get this out. Maybe I could try to get through here. Yeah, I got my SRV stuck in the building. I can just push it really hard. No. Well, it's a good thing I brought 2 SRVs. Oh, hold on. Wait, I have some movement. Can I just squeeze through this little crack? No. Okay, maybe I can... It says module not functional, increased distance from ship. I think it might be your ship that it doesn't...
I have this on ship now.
Oh, yeah, jetpacks restored, Okay, let's see if I can get... Yes! Excelsior! Okay, that's what was... Because I was wondering why... I thought it was actually, like, cutting out... Oh. No. This is worse. What have I done? Hold on. Just realign. Whoa. Okay, I don't want to hit you, Phil. So just be careful. I am not in control. I think I've done it. Nope. Sweet freedom! That was incredible. I'm very proud of myself. Normally when I get stuck in buildings like that, it is a self-destruct situation.
You don't have an extra seat in your ship, right?
An exo suit?
Extra seat?
I do. I have a crate.
Ah, excellent.
Would you like to just come on my ship?
I do indeed.
All right. Let me just recall it. Oh no, I'm doing it again. Why don't I learn? What is wrong with me? All right, let's bring the old crate there. I think this one's called Bio Wasted. Yeah, I kind of did a little bit of outfitting to try and exploratize my crate. Unfortunately, like, you know, I still don't get an amazing jump range. It's like, I think high 20s. Okay, so let me see here. Let's take inventory. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 distress beacons on the planet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Thargoid ships. And we have an ancient ruins as well as a guardian structure. That's interesting. Do you know, are the guardian structure and the ancient ruins... Okay, no, they're about... One is 69 kilometers from here, one is 80. Interesting.
Yeah, there are 2 different sites, yeah.
Oh, hello, crate. Alright, come on board the crate train. And I think what we... I kind of feel like I want to see the Thargoid crash site first. That could be very interesting.
So, will my suit be on your ship too?
So, well, that's the good question, because in Hollow Me multi-crew, like when you join another ship, all of your suit cosmetics actually get wiped. I found that when trying to film the Patreon cameo with Valor, where, like, when I would warp into a ship, all my cosmetics were gone, but I think yours are looking okay. Hold on. How do I do zoom blur toggle? You're very blurry. Hold on. I have to wait a very long time for the zoom. For the blur. That is one of my major gripes, that you can't tweak the speed of the blur. Yeah, you're wearing a Artemis suit?
Yeah, I've changed it though. It should be black now.
Yeah, I just see like a stock Artemis suit. I mean, that it strikes me as a little bit worrisome because, you know, the point of like buying these cool suit cosmetics is so that like people can see your cool suit cosmetics, but I think in the absence of maybe like social spaces and outside of your ship, once you get into multi-crew, I think it just defaults you.
Maybe you'll see me the correct one when we disembark, you know, re-instance.
Possible. Well, let's, without further ado then, let's take off, Yozer. Alright, so I think what we want to do is look at these crashed Thargoid ships, and they all look to be close to each other, but not necessarily on top of each other. So it's like individual sites just in proximity, but clearly there was an ancient battle between the Guardians and the Thargoids. That's going to be a super cruising back. Alright, hold on to your butts, we're going to super cruise. Don't let your cosmetics fall off. I am really hoping, though, that they are going to make some improvements to the kind of cosmetic outfit screens, because I find it a little bit confusing right now. Yeah, there's about 4 or 5. They should be, like, once we're down there, I think we should be able to look at, like, one... I wonder if you could go from through an SRV. Oh, this is... What have I done?
Yeah, I got the tunnel too.
Glide field, too shallow. Well, that's not too far. Just a minute down to the surface. That's fine. We'll just point straight down. Let me actually go into camera mode for a second, just make sure that...
Alliance unrest as Mahone and Kane clash.
What have I done?
The front-runner candidates in
Where'd you
the
go?
Alliance election have stepped up
I'm
their
still in the
campaign
Braben tunnel.
amid
Oh
widespread
no!
political and civil
Wait, what does that mean
unrest.
when you're a
Prime
physical...
Minister Edward Mahone and Councillor Nakato Kane
I guess we'll
are touring
see.
across the Alliance, gathering public
Are you gonna go into, like, the void? Am I gonna have to come pick you up in space? Are you floating in space?
No, I think I'll be back on the surface, I think.
That is... Yeah, I think multi-crew is still one of the really bugged out things in the game. Because every time I've tried it... Oh, there's a kill back here. Hold on. Who do we got? Commander Martin Alfonso. Let's give him an 07, and then we'll find out if he is going to be killing me. Because the keelback could be a ganker, or it could be a good guy. Are you here for science? Hello, Martin Alfonso. Okay, he's probably more scared of me than I am of him. Okay, that's good. We got an 07 back. Gankers don't 07, they just start shooting. That's been my experience. Are you still in the tunnel, Phil, or did you respawn?
Yeah, I went to the main menu to respawn.
The main menu! Did it kick you there, or did you just...
No, I left.
I
Yeah.
got sick of the tunnel. Okay. Unsuitable terrain.
I got my Corvette here, so I'll join you soon.
Come on down. So this Martin Alfonso is out here for adventure purposes. No better reason to be out in space. I mean, these mysteries, you know, while I may not like aspects of them in terms of like they could be done a little bit better, they still give you a great reason to log in and go check something new out. I do love this kind of format. It's unique. Like, what other games can do this, right? So here we got, yeah, this is definitely a crashed Thargoid ship. But this looks like the, I think this is the hip bone. Or maybe the upper philocampus. I know Thargoid exobiology. Now, we've never been able to actually see a Thargoid site on foot, so definitely getting an interesting perspective on the scale here. Ooh. I'm gonna do a camera shot here.
I sent you a team invite.
Let me accept that first. You don't get real good notifications of that in when you're in Space Legs mode. And am I able... Can I set my bacon here? I can disable team bacon. That implies that bacon is on. Okay.
Yeah, it's default on now. Really good.
Oh, that's lovely, because that would make sense. Because if you're in a team, you would want your bacon. Whoa! Wait, you're not in a Diamondback. Okay, I'm like crouched and holding it down. So this is kind of a cool angle, actually. Yeah, definitely a pretty backdrop. And whoa, this guy knows how to fly. So we have a random Diamondback here, and again, it's like a little nerve-wracking when you're in open. You just never know what the intentions of other commanders are. They're certainly out there that get their jollies by kicking explorers. Okay, so yeah, these Thargoid things, when you see and fight them in space, even if you're in a Sidewinder, you just don't realize how big these things are. Interesting. It sounds like the footstep sound is a little bit... Oh yeah, Dark Heavy Ray. Hey, absolutely. I got room for one more. If you want to... can you multi-crew and team? Is that a thing now? If I sent you a multi-crew invite, would that allow you to join in? Invite to team? Or invite to crew? In team. Wait, what? Maybe what I'd have to do is go into my ship. Or hold on, what's this? Maybe I have to go into my ship and then invite you there. But then what happens if you're in someone's ship as a hollow meat and that commander like leaves the ship and starts walking around? Do you get to still are you able to still... Oh, no. No. Okay. Woo, jetpack. Like, are you... So it doesn't look like there's actually anything here to cut open. I kind of feel like I should go get into my exploration pajamas and just see if there's anything biological to scan. If not, then we can do... Well, this is where I'm like, it would be kind of fun to do like an SRV expedition between these Thargoid sites because they're not that far from each other. I don't know. What do you think, Phil?
Come again?
Would you like? Are these sites far close enough together that you could get from site to site for the crash sites in an SRV, or I don't know. I feel like maybe the terrain might be a little bit. It might be better to just fly.
Yeah, they're about 6 to 10 kilometers apart each, so it's maybe a bit to drive.
Oh yeah, that's a little bit too much. I'd run out of battery. Okay, back to the Artemis suit. We're just going to do a quick scan for science. Well, a couple things for science. This planet is 0.3 Gs. I was actually on a planet that had, like, you know, just about 1 G. And I really think that Space Legs has done wonders for the sensation of gravity. You really feel the G's when you're out using your jetpack. Alright, let's see. Is there anything biological that we can scan? Maybe not. I mean, you think about it. This Thargoid is, what, dead for at least 200 years, but more likely than not, if there was a battle with the Guardians site was millions of years old. So this old Thargoid boy might have been here for millions of years. So maybe any traces of biologics are long gone. This is a fossilized green boy. Yeah, there's nothing here to collect for interstellar genomes. I do like this little, like... I like the design of these Thargoids. I do remember when the first Thargoid ship was found, and this was long before... long time ago. And people are trying to figure out from the components on the ground what the Thargoids looked like. But now we know. These ugly space devils. Space bugs. Alright, do you want to try coming back on my ship? We'll see if we can get that multi-crew working, see if we can even get Dark Heavy 8 in there. Get a full crate.
I'm not sure. I think it's gonna crash again. It seems pretty unstable.
I do love how when you're using your jetpacks and your legs extend, it looks like you're swimming. Oops. Alright. Okay. Well, Dark Heavy 8, if you're far away, let me see if I can get you in. I'll get into my ship, and then I might have to kick you out of the team and then put you in the multi-crew or do something. I know in the past you weren't able to bring multi-crew in with a wing. And maybe that's not been rectified. Let's see here, which menu panel is that in? Here. Invite to crew in team. So do I have to, I'm going to kick you from this team. Actually, I can't do that. Interesting.
You
okay.
want me to leave?
No. I'm just trying to get see if Dark Heavy can come into the to my ship in multi-crew. Turn this taking off. Yeah, can't kick, leave, and I will invite. And if that doesn't work, then can try just rejoining the wing, and if you're willing to jump out here 1,700 light years. I mean, again, if you're enjoying your time in the bubble, then don't jump out here just if this mystery isn't what you're interested in. It is quite a long way, and you have to maybe navigate around the what do you call it? Permit locked areas. So invite to crew would be what I'm doing, right? And then let's say piracy. Oh, well there you go. So that's nice. That's really nice that now you can have wings and telepresence crews. That is really cool. That is cool. Thank you, Frontier.
But I'm not in the team anymore.
Oh, what? Oh, god damn it. Oh no. So I can't invite the team and crew. Okay, so they didn't fix it. Never mind. Never mind, Frontier.
Yeah. Well, try and invite me now and see what happens.
You got a point. I can invite you to my crew. I don't know if that will telepresence you. Like, is that your ship here?
That's my Corvette, yeah.
That is your ship. If you come over here, will your ship... Oh! Yeah, there we go. Combat logged.
Yeah, I can telepresence to you now.
You can?
Yep, I'm on my way.
Let's see here. Oh, look at that.
But we won't be able to leave your ship.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we tried it, me and a friend.
So what happens to your ship then? 'Cause, oh, if we're on the same planet, you can just recall your ship, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's Phil and that's Dark Heavy 8. And you guys, did you guys coordinate? Like, did you call each other and pick the same outfit? It's kind of funny how that... Well, let's go check out a couple of the other Thargoid crash sites. If they're all the same thing over and over again, then there's no point having to look at all of them. But I also have this kind of hunch that maybe one of them is different. Maybe one of them is a beacon. Oh, you can see the other one just from here. I think there's another one right over there.
But
oh,
you
yeah.
can leave the ship and even drive your SOE, but we will be stuck in the ship watching you.
Can you guys not deploy fighters and fly around or SRVs? You can't do SRVs in multiplayer?
Nope.
That's kind of
Not in the telepresence multiplayer, no.
You could before, couldn't you?
Pretty Pretty sure he couldn't.
Or no, yeah, that's right. Yeah, there are no SRVs with multi-crew, except now in I think the physical one you can't. Like, I could get into your SRV and muck about. See, also, I'm interested to know if there are any, like, Thargoid probes or artifacts or anything that's, like, scoopable, right? Doesn't seem to be anything here. Just another down green boy. Okay. Oops. I swear I saw something that looked like a... Yeah. That's something over there. Oh, I don't think that's a Thargoid. That is a Guardian site. Interesting. See, if I, that's the problem, is I have to be landed to get out my SRV. Interesting. Okay, this is the one that needs the key, right? Yes. That's the keyhole. Okay, so we definitely want to get out here. Like, Phil, would you be able to... I guess you can't recall your ship from inside this ship.
No, I'm stuck here until I leave telepresence. Yeah.
Can you deploy a ship-launched fighter and then I land?
I don't know, but you have no fighter base installed.
Oh, did I remove that? Oh, I might have taken that out just for jump range. Oops. Yeah, I thought this... the only reason I brought this crate out here instead of my Diamondback was just so I could have ship-launched fighters. Oh, no, wait. I do have one. I'm just too close to planet. If I were to go up here...
My screen tells me there's no fighter base installed.
So maybe Intel... Really? That's kind of lame.
I also only see 2 people on the ship. 1 chair is empty.
Oh, really? So you don't see Dark Heavy 8?
I don't see you, Spatula.
You don't see me? Who's flying the ship then? Wow, they've really screwed up multi-crew then. Okay, well then I guess I'll like I want to land here and get the SRV out and do the whole Guardian key. I'm thinking, do you want to get your ship in here? That way it's only Dark Heavy sitting in the ship, or do you want to just wait in the ship and watch in camera mode?
I think I'll bring my ship over, yeah. Okay,
let me know if it hunts you out into outer space and I have to come rescue you, though. Alright, I think we're going to park it... Actually, no, we want to park it close to... close to this area right here. Now, another thing I did, which I think was mildly clever, is equip my ship with point defense. Which is very critical when you go to these Guardian sites, because... Where is it? Just let me make sure that I didn't put that on my other ship again. Okay, yeah, I got it there. But when you equip the point defense, these Guardian sites will actually shoot missiles at you and stuff. And Dark Heavy, by all means, try to get into an SRV if you can. Greatest detective in the galaxy, forgot he sold his fighter base. Damn it! Oh! I did that all last night while I was in a blur after heading to a Guardian beacon, getting keys, jumping all over, trying to navigate permit lock zones. And then I get to the very end of it and did some outfitting at like 2 in the morning or something. How do you get the black helmets? Is the basic flight suit available now? I think it is. But you'll see, like, the black helmets you were seeing were... because in multi-crew, it just... when you join via telepresence, it literally just gives you a default flight look. Ooh, I got some beta stuff. Wait, hold on. There's something shooting at me. Hold on. Yeah, the point defense doesn't, like, stop these boys from shooting at you. Oh my god. They're more powerful than I could ever imagine. Just back up. Oh, I am backwards. I'm like, why am I not going forwards? One toasty boy. And this guy over here is pecking away at my ship. What a jerk. Hey. Oh. Good strategy, actually, because I can't do anything. He lured me into a trap. Okay. And Dark Heavy, you're stuck on the ship? Maybe you can distract it. Can you maybe flip chafe on and on? Can you control the point defense? Maybe just turn the lights on and off, make them blink. Oh, we got an ancient relic. Okay, actually, so what do you have to do with these sites? I think you have to go around and find these little pylons to charge up. You can't do shit. Well, can you go into camera mode at least? I feel bad. It's, yeah, like, did I find a good park? Do you want me to park somewhere else so that you have a nice view? I feel like the multi-crew is such a cool part of this. Where can I do my inventory? Oh, do I have to go here to do inventory? How do I get stuff from my ship onto my SRV now? Oh, okay. In here. We're going to transfer an ancient key. Yeah. And then confirm. Okay. That way we're all ready to go. So yeah, this place is littered with sentinels. If you're not careful, they will ruin your day. Do not screw with the Guardian Sentinels. Sometimes they're kind of like zombies in the sense that one or two of them, perfectly fine. You're gonna fetch a smaller ship. Wise choice. They're easier to park around these parts. Oh, stop shooting me. Yeah, sometimes the AI has worked on these guys, something they just kind of stand there not knowing what to do. They don't really know what to do when you're behind an object, right? As soon as you're behind a pillar or a ship or something, their kind of logic breaks down. Shooty, shooty, shoot, shoot, shoot. Can't get me. Hello, sir. Whoa. Calm down. Oh, yes, and of course there are loots to be had. I probably need... I know I need for sure a lot more of those technology components. But, yeah, so I guess the whole idea here is that the... Oh, it's just a relic. The Hesperus was out looking for alien artifacts and such. Found a signal with this Guardian base, and what's unique about it is that not far from this Guardian base you have what looks like, you know, the wreckage of a battlefield between the Goids and the Guardians, which, you know, we can kind of assume were lifelong enemies. Not fans of each other. Of course, the Guardians we have an extensive database on, though they may be extinct. The species itself, though, it's certainly possible that, you know, I believe they had some sort of AI incorporated into their society, and it's certainly possible that maybe at one point in the story we'll see sort of Guardian AI ships awaken to deal with the Thargoid threat. Maybe humanity will be forced to pick a side. But, you know, before that can happen, they need to get the frame rates working. Technology. Okay. That's what I need, baby. And then there's... It's kind of cool. I do like the design of these Guardian sites, how there are, you know, destructible panels just sort of naturally woven into the architecture. I think this is definitely like one of the neater ways to do material distribution. Alright, just get it in my hold. Let me just see how many I have here. You'll see, oh yeah, I really don't need power cells. 266 of those. Technology components are the ones that I lack. But yeah, we're going to find those pillars and we're going to activate this site, and I believe as you shoot each pillar, more of those little bad boys spawn. So we'll need to keep both eyes all around our head. I don't know how that's physically possible, but we're going to try. Have you, Phil, have you unlocked all the Guardian stuff for yourself, or is there still more Guardian technology that you have yet to unlock?
No, I have it all unlocked.
Good on you. I've got like a smattering, but what I really, really want is the Guardian FSD booster. I have.
You don't have that?
No.
That's crazy.
All I've got is like a few Guardian weapons, like the shard cannon, like the railgun ones. And then I've got, of course, your only telepresence. You can only read in the ship. You are a holomy, sir. You're not real. You're an illusion. But yeah, so I've got like a few of the weapons, and I've got the Trident Fighter, which is super cool. Alright, so these are the things you have to shoot with your laser beams. Once you charge them, you then start a timer, which is about 7 minutes, and I believe the timer will, what do you call it? Like, it'll add to the timer as we find new stuff. It might also place some enemies there. Okay, and then here's the second one. Yeah, usually there's these two next to what I call the altar. So you can see there, charging that second pylon, now we have 8 minutes and 30 seconds, so it adds at least like a minute 30, maybe a minute 45. When we get all the pylons charged, Thingy there will unveil an orb of knowledge, and then when you take a little dump down the hole with a key, it will give you a blueprint. And those blueprints are components in the... Oh my god! Okay, shoot time. Shoot time. Kill. I should probably put more pips to weapons. Bye. Hold on. Sentinel weapon parts. That sounds scoopable. Whee! And I'm betting that there might be another one on the other side, because these Guardians sure do like their symmetry. So maybe we'll want to see if there's any bad boys here, because like I was saying earlier, with these Guardian Sentinels, one-on-one, they're not too difficult. The problem is when you get like 6 or 7 of them all shooting at you at once. They're kind of like zombies in that sense. Very easy to deal with. Here we are. Yeah, if you don't kill them as you're going through and doing this puzzle, they will sort of become a horde of unparalleled destruction. This guy doesn't have much on him. That's fine. Alright, 7 minutes to activate all the rest of these little thingies. Hold on, Joe Schmelfler saying, "Hey Spatula, I think EvDev will create a super advanced docking computer you used in the Yamix video, How We Land collaboration video." Which one was that, How We Land? I can't remember even. I've done a number of Yamix collabs. I don't remember that one. I do not remember How We Land. I feel like I probably... You could do a documentary about how I land. I've had some pretty impressive landing failures. Let's just leave it at that. What is this? Oh yeah, that's a thingy. That's a thingy. You read Advanced Cooking Computer. Now that is something I'd be interested in. If we could just make little meals on our ship and upgrade our, ASP kitchen. But yeah, these little triangular base structures are where these bad boys come out of. You love the Guardian ship launch fighter with the railgun? Yeah, I love the Guardian ship launch fighters. I think the Trident designs are super cool. I want them all. I think I need to get more ship schematics or whatever to unlock more of those, as well as technology components. And while I'm at it, I want this relic. This is what I think the scientists were experimenting with that caused everyone to die of radiation burns. Yeah, these rocks are levitating. These relics are unreal technology. Okay, do we know how many pylons are left? Because I totally missed that message if it told me. Was that the last one? No, probably not.
There's usually 6.
So I've done 2, and okay, so there must be 1 off to each side. Again, these Guardians really do love their symmetry. Yeah, I've been to this type of site before. So as I recall, there might be some in here. Yeah, there's one. Ooh, I haven't done a check for those. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get shot at shortly if I don't. Die. Loser! No wonder these guys went extinct millions of years ago. Can't even deal with 1 commander, 1 SRV. good on that one. Let me just go see if this bad boy over here drops some goodies. Looks like power conduit. Yeah, why not? Although I don't think there's correct me if I'm wrong, but there's no there's technology brokers for Guardians, but you can't like trade materials like material traders. Like you couldn't trade your power conduits for technology bits.
No, you can't.
Right. Oh, we got two bad boys here. Oh, okay, double whammy, double whammy. Shields are at what, 65? I'm not even hitting that guy. Oh, because I'm targeting the other guy. I'm a dumbass. Wait, who's shooting at him? Who's got the beam laser?
That's me.
Oh, that's you.
Me.
I was gonna say, I'm like, here comes the cavalry. The giant ship lasers. Bye bye. That's cool. We got 9 minutes to solve the puzzle. And you know, the first time that you encounter these sites and do the puzzle, I remember, especially if it's at nighttime, this site, these kind of sites look so much cooler on the night side of the planet. I do have a coffee maker in the crate, Morgan, a G-Vine there. It's I love the fact that I have a coffee maker. I want a full kitchen. I want a blender. I want to be able to put little Thargoid hearts in there and make myself a Goid smoothie. Oh, I think I've maxed out power conduits. Yep. Okay, so I think that is all the pylons. So we should approach the altar. Sacrificial altar. Hold on, let's just get out of the turret mode. Weapon parts I will take. Not maxed out on that yet. But I wonder, you know, if you've got like 200 weapon parts and then you've unlocked everything Guardian, is there ever going to be a way to sell those to the bartender? As yeah, Phil, you're just demolishing these poor sentinels from the sky. They don't stand a chance.
I think your gun is more effective.
It's a little more accurate, but you know.
Yeah, I can't talk them.
I remember the one time I was really grinding the Guardian stuff. I came to these sites with dumbfire missiles, and those were pretty fun. Okay, hold on. I don't think I powered up the base fully because that thing should have. It has one panel missing. You know what? In all that bluster about fighting those last two Guardians, I forgot to power up that station. Ooh, I should probably put some pips to engines because I cannot even jump. Oh, you're in a keelback. That's lovely. I love the keelback.
Me too.
I think it's one of my. It's definitely up there in my favorite ships to just pal around in. It's so versatile. But what really gets me in the keelback is the little side engines. I absolutely love them. I think it should be just around the corner here. We are looking for lighty pylons. Okay, it might actually be on the next plateau. Ah, there it is. You're looking for these little triangular guys here. Oh my god, I've been recording for God knows how long. I probably just ate up all my hard drive space. You joked with Yamix about how your Guardian Tech Super Advanced Docking Computer allowed you to fly through the mail slot and Super Cruise and other stuff. That sounds like something I would say. I'm like, was there I'm kind of curious because I do go back every once in a while and watch some of the Yamix clouds we've done. The big one being his Python review. And then I'm in the like rules of Elite Dangerous and like 8 things that you can do in Elite Dangerous. I don't know. Again, Yamix is just a prolific content creator in terms of the volume of stuff that he does and arranging collabs. He's always kind of been. Oh wow. This Guardian Sentinel's doing acrobatics. What the hell? It's jumping all around. Yamix has arranged quite a lot of collaborations and is very good at sort of getting the band together. Of course, Elite Dangerous content creators are very much like cats in many ways. Very hard to create a large-scale collab. Largest one that I was a part of was actually the YouTube special, which if anyone remembers, it was oh, someone's shooting behind me. YouTube was so many content creators. Tokoso did the music, Turgid Starstone, Scorbius, Shibuka, Paroxym, Yamix, Obsidian Ant plays Chocolate Santa Claus, Ghost Giraffe. The list goes on. It was a huge, awesome multi-channel collaboration, and a really great, awesome, cool story. So yeah, as you can see, once all the pylons are activated, you no longer are under a timer, and this little panel glows blue. And so what you want to do is position yourself over this little cupola hole in the ground. Right about here would be good. Actually, I want to do this in camera mode, but I just got to check the bindings, because sometimes I do forget. Is it SRB controls? It would be, wouldn't it? Driving miscellaneous, jettison all cargo. Don't have that bound, so we will bound that. That honestly, this is a terrifying key to bind. Don't put it anywhere that you it's close to anything else that you remotely ever touch. I'm gonna bind that one to what am I never touching? F1. What is F1 for? And let's go into camera mode. Try and find a nice little angle. I think we probably want to move forward a little bit too. Yeah, Phil, come scooch closer, get into that shot. Let me just lock the camera, move a little bit forward. Okay. Start rolling, and jettison. Cool. See, I love these kind of puzzles in this game. Like they just need to do more of this and more variety of this, and I'd be, in my ears and eyeballs over every one of these. And, oh my god, hold on. It's saying I can't even record to my hard drive. I think I ran out of hard drive space. You idiot! What have I done? Oh, I'll have to fix that later. Alright, so next thing to do is to scan this little boy, there we go. And let's see what kind of goodies we get. Guardian Vessel Blueprint. Are you able to get that as well, Phil?
I think it's one person only can scan it. I can try it.
Yeah, try it.
After
well, I mean, not that you need it, but I'd be curious to know if, like, if you did this mission with a friend, do you have to keep doing it over and over again for you both to get a blueprint? Is that kind of how it works?
In Horizons, yes. Now I don't know.
Take that relic.
Well, the orb is gone, so I can't scan it.
Yeah, I think it goes away after that first scan. That's a little bit disappointing. Yeah, again, I think that's one of my biggest gripes is just that there's a lot of really cool things in this game that you would like to do with another player, but often the game isn't really designed around those dynamics. I mean, if you want, I don't mind going through this site again and shooting all the pillars and making pop with the sentinels.
Nah, I'm fine. We can move on.
Before we do, I do want to just disembark on my feet. And just view this Guardian site from... Interesting. Yeah, I got little... what looks like hieroglyphs here. And I don't know, has anyone checked this between Horizons and Odyssey to see if maybe some of these textures or holograms changed? And anyone ever tried to... decode these and see if maybe they are a language or maybe they are a map. It'd be interesting, but these textures do have like all these symbols over them. They look kind of like computer circuits, right? that's cool. Just being able to walk around on a Guardian site like you've never seen it before with your feet. Oh, hello, Moon. All right. Well, tell you what. I think the next thing we want to do then is check out the different type of Guardian site. And oh God, I left Dark Heavy 8 in the ship. Did I roll the windows down? It's a hot day. Poor Dark Heavy 8. Is he still sitting there? Oh my God. I'm sorry, sir. Come check on you. I'm the worst taxi driver ever. This is why they kicked me out of Apex. Where even is my ship? That is your ship over there. What is in there? Poor Dark Heavy 8. What's Joe Schmalfamar saying there? So last July, when you were traveling back from the bubble from Sajay, you visited a system where I was the first discoverer of the main star. Nice. It's all not for nothing. It does feel good when you're kind of going around for a random trip and you stumble across a system that you forgot you tagged. But definitely, I've done. What are you doing there, little SRV acrobatics? But I've done like 2 trips to Sajay. One was way back in the day. This was before neutron stars, and before there was Jumponium, and before there was engineering. And I did it in an ASP with a 3A fuel scoop. And if you've ever flown around and tried to explore with a 3A fuel scoop, you'll know exactly what kind of pain I faced. Where after every 10 to 15 jumps, you'd have to spend about 5 minutes sitting and scooping on a star. It is not an efficient way of exploring. But I went to Sajay and back doing that. On the way back, was also on a live trivia show randomly. All right, so we're gonna head to the ancient ruins. And I think Dark Heavy 8 left the crew. He was like, I'm out of here. I'm not sitting in your ship. Alright, so the ancient ruins are 147 kilometers. That is no picnic. So we're going to have to head up into the atmosphere, do a little super cruise, and re-drop on it, because I think flying there would probably take a significant amount of time. But yeah, Phil, what do you think about the Guardians versus the Thargoids? Like, do you know, have you done a deep dive into the lore? Are you well versed in that sort of ancient rivalry?
No, not really. There's plenty of people in canon who knows more than me, so...
That's definitely something I want to do more research on. I never quite got through all of the Ramtah logs because, I need my ship computer to read me those things. Because I'm illiterate.
Yeah, I did do the Ramtah missions, and it was not funny.
It was
very grindy.
Very grindy. I think like, and that's the thing. I don't mind a little bit of grind, but it's like Frontier is just excessive with their grinds, right? Like I don't mind doing some of the stuff for the new suit engineers. Go around, pick up some graphene, pick up some of this. Forces you to visit all the different types of locations. That's kind of cool. But then when you have to do it 80 times, it's kind of sucking the piss out of it, you know? It really makes it frustrating. When initially it's not a bad experience. It's just, when you're doing it the 100th time, you just want it to stop. And I think the Guardian puzzle
especially
was like
it was very trial and error, not really based on skill or stuff like that. So it was just not fun to do,
Yeah.
Now I used a guide to just an optimal route of finding each unique log.
Well, it's because there was gamma, beta, alpha, different types of sites, and it's just kind of like, okay, that's fine if you have to find like one of each. But what was it, like 110 sites in total? Something in that neighborhood. Oh no.
Game crashed to the desktop.
I also crashed.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's Elite. It's gonna be like the phrase, like if you ever played the XCOM series, whenever you get sort of blowed up by in a ridiculous situation or you miss a 99% chance to hit, that's Elite. Anyway, just booting back up. this is the mystery of the Hesperus. I think it's the Guardians hacking our technology, making the game crash.
It's always the club.
It's the club. Bill Turner is a part of the club, so I've heard. Takosa, you're saying you thought they were going to join together into a cool codex with pictures to keep me reading. Dude, that is actually an awesome idea. Where like if you're like rather than finding like snippets of logs, you're finding images or like part of a symbol that when you put them together like a puzzle would, you know, be a code or a hieroglyph or wingdings or whatever. That would actually be super cool. All right, where'd that schmite go? It's not on my radar anymore. What happened? Do I have to... Really? How does that work? Okay, maybe if I just try going down, I've got to be like above the site. Yeah, why does it do that? Where you see these things as symbols sometimes, but then I guess you have to like land on the ground and then it'll show you where the ancient ruins are.
It's also the Super Cruise bug. Sometimes you have to go back, well, to drop down for Super Cruise and then go back in order for it to pop up on your screen, on your net beacons.
Right. Well, you know, it's still, I guess, early in the beta. I'm sure they'll work out the kinks before full release.
Oh no, this was before Odyssey. It's still in the game.
Oh yeah, when I say full release, I mean sometime in 2025 when, you know, when they're like, yeah, we're done the game. No, there's so many bugs that they haven't fixed from, you know, earlier iterations that have been long plaguing people. Yeah, see, the Guardian site isn't even here. Okay, I might have to go back into Super Cruise. Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, it worked for me, so.
Oh, you got there? Okay, hold on. Oh my goodness. Team invite. Oh, I think you're just over there. Okay, that's not far away at all. And Joe, you're... Oh, hold on, don't read the comments, but there's a... Well...
Did you die?
Yeah. Yeah. There goes all my exploration data, and my Guardian Key, and my meta-alloys. Because I decided I'm going to read the comments while heading towards a mountain.
Where will you respawn now?
And I lost a Guardian Relic. Where will I respawn? That's going to be interesting to see. Oh, there's a fleet carrier in this. I'm just going to respawn on a fleet carrier. That's great. 6.2 million, though.
Well, Space is Dangus.
And then I can't record it because I think I'm like, hold on, I got it. Just 1 second here. I got to check and see if my hard drive is literally full. Yep, 3 gigabytes full on my hard drive. Hold on. I'm just gonna go and delete. Hold on, that one's 5 gigabytes. Yeah, okay, I'll delete that one. Unfortunately, just so that my computer don't crash. No, it wasn't your fault, Takoso. It's my fault for being Dangus. So Joe Schmelfler is saying is still waiting if FDev has updated the animations for the Guardian Beacon. Well, I was there last night doing that beacon stuff. I have the footage. Let me see if I could bring that up. Go into stream thing, put this to top. So here is the key. You want to see the Guardian Beacon animation. So I don't know if you can see that on the stream, but that is the Guardian Beacon sites, and they're in these cool black clouds and whatever. And you gotta go charge up the energy pylons. Oops. I'll just shut from there. So yeah, this was me streaming last night, or not streaming last night, just filming. So I don't know what the animations, I can't remember what they looked like before, I don't have a comparison. I suppose, this is what I wonder sometimes, is because they have Odyssey and Horizons, you know, is jumping into Horizons at this point, is that also jumping back into old Horizons? No, because they did update some of the planetary tech and such with Horizons. But I wonder, like, if I go into Horizons, am I still going to see, like, these new tourist centers? Am I going to see, like, those places that you can go on feet? I'm not sure. I haven't really done much testing with that, but it could be interesting. But yeah, these Guardian beacons are a surreal experience. I think they're super cool. Anyway, back to this. Let me just put that back down there. So there we go. All right. So let's head back to this ancient ruins, and hopefully, like, we don't need a key for this one, do we, Phil?
No, we don't. No.
Okay. Yeah, this one's just. What do you do with these ones? Just collect the gamma signals, and there's a little bit of loot. Like, there's no, like, end goal for these sites. They're just like, check them out and look at them.
Is that a question?
What?
If you want spoilers.
Well,
yeah. It's a regular ancient ruins. Nothing to do. We are just some, some loot and stuff.
okay. But it's not like
No,
there's like,
no mechanics.
solve this puzzle and the thing will pop out. And,
No puzzles.
that's okay.
Same
It's
old ruins.
Normal ruins. I mean, again, I think the biggest thing here, the story here, like the new thing is obviously the Anaconda with the sort of trailer park patio. But then you have a Guardian site and Thargoid ruins on the same planet, which is really cool. And multiple Thargoids, implying that there was like a massive battle. And, there's no big ass Guardian ships that are down, so it seems pretty one-sided. In other words, the Thargoids, got served.
I think EFTA just, chose to use old assets and place them here and to enforce a story or something.
And look, I mean, I'm fine with that to a certain degree. Like, I was kind of expecting to find another, like, Dav's Hope style base. And it was cool that we got the Anaconda thing. I think that's a cool new asset that I've never seen before. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe it's been in the game for years, but that's cool. And then, like, the ancient ruins and the Thargoid stuff are just there for story flavor. Fair enough, you don't have to create all new assets to do it on absolutely everything. I mean, if you're going to create new assets, I would rather they be something that's universal in the game at this point, as opposed to, like, there's this one cool site, right? Where you're going to visit it once and then never go there. With the exception of maybe, like, Jameson's crash site, where there's many reasons to go back and revisit just for loot.
I'm pretty sure the Anaconda asset is already in game. There is another site like it.
Oh, is there? Well then. Is it like maybe just like a one mystery site sort of thing out there in?
Yeah, there's some logs and stuff. Yeah, of people being stranded and trying to survive and then just starving to death. Just the regular stuff.
Here's the thing. Where do you think that the Hesperus mystery is going? Right? Like, do you think that we're gonna see, like, it's just gonna be like, hey, here's new Guardian weapons or ancient Thargoid weapons or something, or do you think it's gonna have big storyline implications? Like, do you think this is main story, or do you think this is like a story branch?
I actually don't know. It's a tough question. It kind of seems like they thought it up recently and decided to do it because we needed something to fill out the time until the releases came out. But I'm not sure. I'm hoping for something interesting. I'm hoping for more of the dredgers. I like those.
Oh, the dredgers.
Dredger clans. Yeah, they're cool.
So cool. I'm so glad that they brought that back, because like I thought it was like a fever dream thing that I had just imagined the dredgers. I was like, no, like I remember there was one beta where like you could go get eaten by a ship, but I thought I was after such an amount of time had passed, I was like, no, like that can't have existed, because it was really polished. Like it wasn't super buggy. There was no good reason why they didn't just put that out there, right? But years and years later, lo and behold, those assets are back. Okay. Ooh, I'm having trouble getting up this hill. weird. You can't use your jetpack when you're falling down a hill. A questionable mechanic. I'm used to like the No Man's Sky thing where you have like unlimited jetpack while you're gracing a hill with your presence. So it kind of screws me up here where I feel like all I need to do is just smash myself into that hill and then smash my jetpack. Sorry, my comments are like on another monitor. I have to like physically turn my head to see them. I was detecting terrain. Yes, Togoso. That's exactly what I was doing when I smashed into that mountain. Horizons is the old way until consoles get Odyssey. Okay, so Horizon is still like the same terrain as before. If you swap between them, like the mountain might change. Like you'll still see Mount Everest and all that stuff in Horizons. If so, that's really cool. At least for now, until it eventually goes away. And Tokoso's saying the Anaconda bases have been in for a few years, but only a few found. Okay, interesting. So yeah, I guess it's not new assets after all, but I don't know. To me, it's still it feels fresh, and maybe it's just because I haven't seen them in other situations. So results may vary. But you know, even if they're doing these mysteries and they're not, you know, like I often find that like again, like most of the mysteries, it's either too much or relies on a large group of people just blindly stumbling through to find something, or just, you know, stumbling upon it. And I wish that there were more breadcrumbs. My favorite one was The Hunt. It was just called The Hunt, because at the time I guess it was the first one. And the whole sort of, I guess, plot of it was you had to go to the local news of stations in sort of a chain from the Pleiades. And you would go in the local news and find that there was like a binary code, or one would be a hexagon code, or, you know, you can tell I'm not a cryptographer. But there were different sort of code formats that you would find in each station's local news. And if you then went and sort of solved all the clues, it, you know, gave you a message that said something to the tune of like, the red trader will bring fish at midnight, something like that. And there was actually an event where if you went to that system, a person would come in there and say something like a player driven NPC. Unfortunately, the very end of that chain broke down because of instancing. There were like hundreds of commanders in one system trying to see this one person passing through. And so it's kind of one of those things where, you know, they try to do these cool mysteries and then they hit this limitation. Either it's instancing or number of people that can participate, or they, you know, to make it hard, they go with these like completely obscure codes that like you'd have to be a, you know, Mensa member to friggin' solve, right? And sometimes that's kind of cool, and I don't mind, like when they were doing that like spectrography where you took like the sound of the Thargoid probe and it was generating a map. That was super cool stuff. Way over my head. Way stuff that I could not solve on my own. But it was so cool to hear about it and see people progressing with it. You get really excited for the game. And I really miss that era. Like that was my favorite era in Elite, where it just felt like there were mysteries cropping up, and you know, you had to check everything in every menu just to look for little Easter eggs. And it kind of feels like there was that break where they're like, screw Galnet, screw mysteries, we're not doing anything, and now it's kind of returning. But rather than the people who kind of, I guess, designed that stuff in the past, it's like, it feels like a bunch of community managers that like appreciate what was being done and are trying to replicate it, but I guess time will tell. We'll see where this storyline goes. They did say in a community stream that the Hesperus storyline is like, I think 2 out of 8 segments have been completed, or we're in like Act 2 right now, and the sort of proposed end date is somewhere between December and February of this year to next year, depending on where the story goes. So we'll have to see. But you know, I'm going to stick with it. I definitely, I have faith that, you know, there'll be something cool at the end of the rainbow, but actually I want to try something here. What if I... Ah!
It worked.
Yeah. It is kind of cool that you can stand on this thing and it goes up and down like that, right? But what is this Guardian relic? It is a transparent... Oh yeah, can we punch it to death? Let's punch the Guardian relic to death. They did kind of like nerf the punching damage. Like you used to be able to punch an anaconda to death. It took a while, but it was possible. But I think they've like nerfed the punching damage for anything that's like inorganic. It makes sense, you know. I can't punch a rock and have the rock explode, right?
We can push it, right?
Yeah, you know, actually, you don't have any like bio waste or anything, do you? Not in your suit, like in your ship.
No cargo.
Because I found that the canisters you can roll on them. It's actually really fun. You look like you're dancing on the spot. This is fantastic. But yeah, you can push around commodities, and if you get on top of the like actually, you know what? Let's go find one of those. Well, hold on. Is there anything else do you think at this Guardian site to investigate?
Yeah, I did see some, you know, like urns and caskets, so it should be around. If that's what you're looking for.
No, well, actually, hold on. Oh, it's this guy. I hate this guy. Plasma rifle. Yeah, let's go to the one of those distress beacons and see if there's some commodities there, and I can show you a little barrel one. Oh wait, this is your SRV, but
It's mine, yeah.
I can steal it. I love the fact.
Can.
I love the fact that you can at least do that. We can't steal ships, but I could totally steal your SRV and then self-destruct in it. All right. But yeah, let's go. Sorry, go ahead.
I can stint some limpets in my ship if we need cargo.
Are limpets if you were to poop out a limpet, would they be the same as like a bio waste canister?
I think so. Not sure.
I could give it a try.
We can do it. We can try it. Science.
This actually would be a good area to do barrel running in, because there's lots of lovely hills. When you see what I mean, you're going to be like, yeah, this is going to be the next thing. Like, you know, there's hooning, there's elite racers, there's canyon running. I think that barrel running will be a thing. This is my projection. This is my Crescent psychic projections. Once people understand how cool this is. And Tukosa, you're saying you hope the mysteries keep evolving and have content releases linked to them. Really wanted the Guardian and Thargo mysteries to lead somewhere, but they kind of stopped. Yeah, and well, this is the thing, you know, as sort of a content creator myself, and really like, in the sort of gap where Galnet was not there, it became very difficult for me to think like, okay, usually I just figure out whatever is happening in Elite, whatever the big mystery is, that's where I'll go do some videos. But then they kind of stopped all that story stuff for like a year, right? Oh, see, all those things are back. Okay, let's go to Distress Beacon.
Yeah, I have no cargo racks. I noticed.
That's okay. We will find probably a bunch of skimmers guarding some cargo, and we can annoy them. But yeah, I feel like, you know. So anyway, the point was, given this sort of content gap, I designed a story arc, the Killer Detective storyline, which was in actuality about 10 episodes long, and started that somewhere around November or last year before the holidays, even September I think it was. You know, that's when the Adam Master stuff and the NMLA started coming up, but they didn't really seem like mainline story material. And you know, obviously I think the problem was like planning that far ahead is quite difficult. Oh wait, this distress beacon is on the other side of the planet. I hope there's nothing really closer. I hope it's not too dark over there. But anyway, the point was, you know, playing those 10 story arcs, I often felt like I was kind of trapped in a story arc, and I wanted to do, oh yeah, I want to do an episode about this, but because it just got discovered, but I can't because where I am in the story, and then this needs to happen, and I can't fit it in, right? And so I feel like, you know, when it comes to content creation, you know, you almost don't want to plan too many details too far ahead, right? You want to at least, you know where you're going, but have some room in between, so that, you know, if something happens, you can quickly respond to it, and you're not sort of locked into a big long arc. I know Scorpius is in a similar situation where he's like wrote and got voice acting for like episodes, like 6 or 7 episodes ahead of where he is. And you get frustrated as a creator because it doesn't feel spontaneous anymore. You feel like you're going through the motions. There's no like, I guess I want to say like discovery for you as the content creator. Oh yeah, this is gonna be nighttime barrel running. It's fine. It'll work out. So I feel like, you know, maybe Frontiers, maybe, you know, it's good that they have plans and they always need to know like what is the big thing that we're going to do at the end of this story, but it does sort of feel like you know, Odyssey's out and this storyline feels like something that could have easily happened 3 months ago in Horizons. Like it didn't need to wait till after Odyssey. You know what I mean? Like they could easily have increased the pacing of some of the story and got to Odyssey content, but you know, at the end of the day, Frontiers, the game master, you know, they're the ones determining the pacing of when these things happen. And, you know, there might be reasons that I'm not aware of, or, you know, maybe there is a really cool story beat that needs to happen later on for many reasons, but it does sometimes feel like the stories grind to a halt because, you know, oh, we had all this hubbub about Thargoids and now they're here, and then they kind of were encroaching, and no, they're not. And, oh, this mega ship is being interdicted, and there it is, it's fine. Or, you know, like nothing really goes or happens with it because they're playing this incredibly long game, right? And I think that can be frustrating when you're, you know, used to like the TV show format of like, you know, oh, what's next week on Game of Thrones, right? When you have to wait 2 years to get the resolution to a storyline, it can be, you know, frustrating. I know I watched the show Lupin. I like this show. Saw it come on Netflix season 2, but it had been so long since I watched season 1. I'm like, I need to watch like a recap video just to figure out what the heck is going on. All right, so hopefully we will find just some random cargo canisters here that we can do some barrel running on. Looks good. Looks good. Land gear. There's a lot of skimmers here. Here we go. Oh! I kind of want to be able to at least see... I do find that sometimes on the night ships where I've got night vision in my ship, and then I get out of my ship to go to the stress beacon that's like 200 meters away, and I can't find it. Oh, hold on. I'm stuck on the ground. Or no, I'm stuck on a rock, rather. Let's try over here. Oops. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, I try to leave my ship headlights on so I can see the direction.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. Is just to find the site is to point the ship at it and just walk into the light. Don't walk into the light. Just doesn't seem to be anywhere suitable to land here now. If I had a docking computer, these things are pretty crazy now that you can land on the actual planets with a docking computer. Very, very more useful. Okay, maybe I can't land that close to it.
There's some stingers here too.
This is a well-guarded distress beacon. Now here's my question, right? Is you find these things out in the black, you know, 3,000 light years from Sol kind of thing. Where did skimmers come from? Like, is it a case where the distress beacon goes out and, you know, there's just not enough time to send... Oh, hold on. No, been moving the train so much, my shield went down. But, you know, is it a case where... Okay. Well, sorry, I gotta concentrate, otherwise I'm gonna smack into another mountain. This is why I should have taken a small ship. Because they're so much easier to land. Okay.
Like the keelback.
The keelback is a beauty of a ship.
It is actually pretty small as well, easy to land.
Damn it! I ran into a skimmer.
Oh, be careful.
They do kind of cut out your engines there. Ooh, 15%. Okay. Wait for shields. How did it get down so quickly?
I think it was the stingers.
You think I bumped into a stinger?
Yeah, there's skimmers here. Yeah.
They do sting. Okay. There we go. Okay, no big deal. Deploying SRB, everything is gonna be fun. And Joe's saying, can't wait for the Buckyball Racing League to organize a triathlon. Travel by ship, land on a planet, drive an SRV, and then get out on foot. I love that. That's gonna be cool. And what's up, Ray Mobula? Oh man, that would be so cool. Sort of triathlon. Alright, so let's see here. Actually, I should probably get in the S. Wait, what the? Did I I'm gonna have to play that back later and figure out what the hell happened. I swear I just disembarked an SRV and then also came out on foot, but then I'm like, if I had just disembarked in my SRV, then anyway, that's weird. So you're already engaging with these little buggers. I haven't really had too much problems with these stingers. I'm not really sure why they're so dangerous.
Yeah, I attack the stingers so they won't kill you. That's why they're red for me.
I kind of want him to... Or the... What? That stinger just combat logged on me. Coward! That is kind of weird though, I've never seen that. Alright, cool. We got personal weapons. Looks like there's something down there. More personal weapons. Okay. So we're gonna... Ooh, mechanical equipment. Hold on. Need to gobble. Need to eat. Loot. Do the loot. Mechanical equipment I think I need also very badly, so that's very fortunate. Okay, so let's get out of the turret mode. Get out into our skivvies. We're going to show you barrel rolling. So all you need for this is just one cargo thingy. This will do. And what you'll notice is you can push these things around. Right? And if you push it long enough, you'll gain some speed. There's a cliff coming up, and then you jump, and then on top of it... Oops. Okay, well you can also just do it from stationary, because as you're standing on it... Oops. Okay, hold on. As you're standing on it, you can lean the weight and pick up speed even while walking on it. And do some proper barrel running. Do you want to give it a try?
Yeah, sure.
So get on there. And just kind of like, you know, yeah, like whichever direction that you want to barrel run in, you want to kind of like lean a little bit forward. Maybe I can just give you a little bit of a push here. Boop, boop. And just try to not fall off, and you're going to gain momentum as you go. But I think if you're going to do a triathlon, this would be the way to end it, is you have to barrel run from one station to another.
It's too flat here. We need a slope.
So let's try maybe bring this over. Let's see if we can find a slope.
Can you get crushed by these things?
I've not been crushed yet. I do that. You can't seem to push them from this end. You can only push them from one side or the other. They're very hard to steer. Once you get the hang of it, you can really get some distance going, right? It's kind of like a rhythm game. Okay, there's some cliffs over here. I'll try to go to camera mode. And get a nice top-down sort of view. That'll do. Oops.
Yeah, it's going now.
Whoa, don't fall off. It's like that lumberjack waltz, you know? But this is how you could transport the cargo between two facilities. You could do that. Just basically run it from one base to another. Oh, what was that? Throwing materials at me?
Hey, you can play like soccer or football with this thing. It's so light.
Where'd it go?
Where is it?
Did it fall into the ground?
Maybe.
Or did you kick it into space? Where did that cargo go? What is this? Oh, that's just a piece of refuse. Problem is, like, I find also, like, in the suit, it's very, you don't have the same, like, radar as SRVs or quick access to a contacts menu. So oftentimes I find myself getting very lost. And then remembering, oh yeah, I even have a, you know, a top nav bar. But this is definitely like a skill that I need to work on. But I think maybe some barrel, like you could do a race like this and find like a big hill, drop a couple canisters of bio waste, everyone hops on, and then, you know, everyone just kind of gets a little nudge over the cliff and you have to try and stay on your canister as you roll down a cliff. And maybe if you do it properly, you can get some air and not die. But I love the idea here of just, you know, rolling down a hill on a canister.
Yeah, we should bring this idea to the elite racers.
It definitely is an option there, right? It's something that's never existed in the game before. Oops, no guns. I wonder, actually, no, would that have any effect? Can you shoot? Oh, it does. When you shoot,
Can you punch?
Or you do it so I can see what it looks like, because I'm like, I can't do that in camera mode. Let's see how ridiculous that looks. It looks like you're punching the ground. Move, canister, move! We're sending you back to prison. Fun with canisters. It is amazing how small these things are that amuse me. But yeah, so I guess these distress beacons are not really anything super special in terms of, like, they're nothing new. Nothing new here other than, I guess, those two logs to scan. Now, of course, you know, if you have gone and scanned those, it's very likely that whenever the next piece of the story is going to come out, you'll be contacted by Salvation for, you know, sort of round 2. I wonder if you could push escape pods and use an occupied escape pod as a surfboard down a hill.
Yeah, they're quite heavy, so can't even
push it from the same side. It's rocking though. It's got a little bit of give. Either that or my vision is shaking. What was that? Did you hear that? I don't know if that was like sometimes in the Tukoso songs they have sound effects from the game. And oh, you have a bounty. I didn't mean to draw my weapon. I was literally trying to put away my scanner. I'll believe me, if you scan me, you'll find lots of bounties. What are these? Interesting. Tubes. These are ship tubes that deliver the nutrient paste in the bio waste. Don't confuse the two tubes, though. We're in for bad times. Well, yeah, I guess, so, I mean, I would say that this is probably the extent of what we've got in the new mystery. You know, and hold on. No, not gun. Q. I used Q to bring out this terrible navigation panel. What am I looking for? Yeah, so, you know, we found out from these Proteus logs that, you know, some people from the Hesperus did land on a planet where there was a guardian site in a Thargoid, which also implies that, you know, 200 years before the current events, we knew about the aliens. We were already out there looking for technology. As to whether all these expeditions got hijacked and never returned, or the technology was developed in secret, well, we'll find out. There are definitely rumors out there, or theories, that the witch space drives that we use today were developed from Thargoid technology. So this could be part of that revelation, right? Like, I think the main thing that we're finding out from the Hesperus is sort of revisionist history on First Contact. We're finding that, we didn't just find out about the Thargoids in the 2.4 update, whenever that was. We knew about them 200 years ago, and it was covered up. Like, companies knew about it, right? But sort of when the Thargoids were coming out, it was very much like, oh, aliens, we're not alone in the universe. It's like, no, we've known for a while. They just didn't believe it. It just wasn't official. But, similar to our own Earth history, where for years and years and years, you've had people talking about UFOs and sightings, and only more recently have we had government disclosure of, military proof of sort of unidentified flying objects, right? The admission that these things are out there. But yeah, it's interesting. So, obviously, I guess the other little read between the lines is that Guardian relics are potentially deadly radioactive, and that these guys were working on a weapon, which leads me to believe that maybe where we're headed with this particular storyline, what's at the end of the Hesperus and Azimuth line, is perhaps a new weapon type. And who knows what that is? Maybe it'll be a Guardian ship. That would be cool. Ooh, what's this? Oh, we got floating debris here. Levitation technology.
Yeah, but I think you're onto something. I mean, the Aegis megaship thing filled with Guardian relics and stuff recently. That has connections to this, I guess, as well. Guardian tech coming back on.
I definitely think that the two are connected. Maybe not directly, but certainly thematically, right? They're both talking about big megaships investigating aliens or having something to do with alien tech, and the two aliens don't like each other. So the Thargoids attacked that megaship because it was carrying Guardian relics, if I'm correct. Which makes sense, because we know the Thargoids get very angry around Guardian relics, and the Thargoid facilities certainly don't like Guardian relics being inserted into their orifices. So, yeah, this kind of is connected through that sort of Thargoid versus Guardian lore. And I would love to see a Guardian ship or a Guardian technology in a ship. Let me just go back on my ship, and I'll jump into the I have the Guardian fighters installed on my crate. Oh, that's your ship. Where's my ship? No, that's your SRV. Where's my ship? Oh, there it is. And also, hold on, are there any poor souls? Yeah, we'll take an occupied escape pod. We lost all our cargo blowing ourselves up on a mountain earlier, so the least we can do is save some of these poor souls. Probably crashed here 200 years ago. So what exactly is in that pod? That's my question. They're just dead memes. But that's fine. I'll take them aboard.
I think that's the biggest takeaway of this mystery, is that we now know that humanity had encountered Guardians far earlier than we thought.
And Thargoids.
Yeah, Thargoids we kind of knew that we had encountered previously, but
True.
There was no mention of Guardians in earlier games or earlier, lore or books. They only showed up in Elite Dangus, with the Horizons or whatever.
But here's my question, though, was this maybe the first contact with Guardians? Because we knew that these guys, the Hesperus and the Adamastor, were both sent to sort of Thargoidy areas, right? Like, they were going to the California Nebula, Perseus Dark region, looking for Thargoid artifacts, or that's what I assume they were looking for. And is this maybe potentially the site of first contact? This base was the first time we saw a Guardian site.
Maybe.
Possible. Yeah, I don't think we have the information yet to be able to make that determination.
But if someone got away from this place alive and brought, the information about the Guardians, then, we could have been working with Guardian tech for a long time.
Well, it is true that we don't know the fate of... There was that one other guy... There was the fate of that one other guy who was sort of the lone survivor on the Hesperus. from the rival pharmaceutical company, from Pharmasapien. There was one survivor who was out taking a spacewalk, came back in, saw everyone was poisoned. However, his last log kind of implies that he was... What's going on? I just opened my fighter bay, but nothing's happening. Anyway, it kind of implied that he didn't make it, or that, you know, he would have run out of oxygen fairly quickly. This is really weird, because, like, I just went to deploy fighters, and now I can't open any of my menus. Am I moving around for you, or am I...
You're moving around, yes.
Okay. But I can't open my chat menu. Can't open my 1 menu or my 3 menu. Uh-oh. Frontier, what have you done? Maybe if I go down below ship launch fighter range. Do you know, is my ship launch fighter bay open?
I can try to move closer and look. You are flying towards the surface now.
It's kind of cool when you look at a planet's surface upside down. Mountains.
No, the fighter bay is closed.
Okay, something is glitched out. Oh wait,
your landing gear is down.
Gear. Yeah, maybe that's why. Maybe you can't open your ship launch fighter with landing gear. But still,
you
that
also
would
need to be away from the surface, I think. Go up a couple of kilometers.
Hold on, I'm gonna try going to main menu and then coming back in, because I feel like if I don't, it's gonna crash. And then Joe's saying, Guardian ground weapons is my best bet. Actually, that's not a bad theory, SP4H, because that would work with Odyssey, but then that would exclude the Horizon peeps. Okay, can I launch this fighter? Yes, it looks good this time. Excellent. And the Crate Phantom is Guardian streams like the Guardian tech fighters. Yeah, this is maybe a little bit dark, but I love the look of these Guardian fighters. They're cool little weapons. Oops, yeah, there's the ground. But like, what a cool looking little guy, you know? Like even where's the cockpit? Like I assume you're a hollow me when you're in this thing. Oh wait, I'm on the rear end. Oh. And that's the Guardian fighter, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, I think I need a quick bio break. So let me just find a place to not blow myself up. Go somewhere that might be pretty. You know what would be a cool thing is if, like, and this would be totally unrealistic, this would be like whatever the last Star Wars movie was, the terrible one. But like, what if a mountain range and you took the image of it and that was a sound wave? And they put a mystery mountain range in there that if you ran the mountain range through like a sound decoder, it would tell a story. I think that'd be cool. Anyway.
Yeah. It's like the landscape signal, you know?
Yeah, exactly, right? Well, it's just, you know, like people get like tattoos now of like something that's like a dear loved one said something into a recording, and they'll take like the physical audio sine wave, tattoo it on themselves, and then you can like use like a QR reader or something to put over it that will scan it and read that sound out loud. That's super cool to me. And it would be like very deep. Like people would probably be angry if Frontier did that, and then like, you know, like that would be a tough one to crack, but that would be super cool if they did that. Anyway, going to take a quick BioWaste break, and we'll be back in a few minutes, and then I think we'll probably just take another quick look at the system to see if there's anything we're missing, and then, you know, I'll start probably heading back for my exploration, stream for maybe another half hour or so we can talk about the implications a little bit further of what this event was all about. BRB. Transition. Here we go. We're back. I think. Are we back? Hello? Is anyone out there? I think we're back. But yeah, so maybe let's just check in with the roadmap for this stream, because roadmaps are fun. So phase 1 was some stuff and talking about Salvation, which we did. Salvation is the mysterious mission giver, potentially illegal, who is, sort of the impetus behind these Adamastor and Hesperus mysteries. We talked about the Adamastor, which, was the mystery, I think, last November or so. The ghost ship that drifted back into the bubble after a long sublight journey of about 200 years. And then the Hesperus was its sister ship, which also went and disappeared due to a rival pharmaceutical company sabotaging it. We had a story about some survivors escaping from the Hesperus, and we have found their location on a ground base, or sort of a makeshift base made out of an anaconda, which has all been super, super cool. Where's it leading? Where's it going? What's the next step? I don't know. What do you think, Phil? What do you think is the next next
direction? That's hard, but I'm gonna have to go with something that chat told us, that probably gonna be a lead up to on-foot Guardian weapons coming with Odyssey launch full. I think it's gonna be mostly Guardian stuff, new Guardian things. The Thargoids are like the main, antagonist of the story, and we know a lot about them, but not so much about the Guardians.
See, I question whether the Thargoids are the main antagonist, because, like, in several of the... I remember there was a time where you can invite people from multi-crew, and there's, like, Xeno-friendly and anti-Xeno, right? And so that kind of implies that maybe that we don't know whether the Thargoids are an antagonist, or whether they're just kind of like an insect that acts instinctively, right? They don't try to kill you unless you provoke them, right? So I don't know if I would call them a clear antagonist, but they're certainly dangerous, right? The Guardians we know are extinct, but their technology is still behind, and that's where I wonder if maybe the storyline could lead towards the Guardians returning as well.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the Thargoids are antagonists because of how FDev chooses to write them. They have made them the antagonist. We're supposed to not like them.
I guess, but I kind of feel like the anti-Xeno thing tends to come from the perspective of the in-game factions, right? Like, you've got the Federation, the Empire. Yeah, let's kill the Thargoids. They're clearly the bad guys, but outside of that, I just don't feel like... I don't know if they're the antagonist or not. I don't know whether there's going to be a big Thargoid war, or if it's still going to be just like, just don't go into Thargoid regions with Guardian stuff and you're okay. But this mystery definitely seems to lean towards Guardians, right? Like, it definitely does seem to lead towards Guardian first contact, and what we knew about the Guardian 200 years ago, that rival biochemical companies were trying to make weapons on. So the fact that we have a story in this about someone taking a Guardian relic and trying to turn it into a weapon and killing all the remaining survivors of the Hesperus definitely kind of leans me to think that, yeah, we're probably going to get something about the Guardians. Maybe a new Guardian ship, a new Guardian fighter, maybe a Guardian on-foot weapons, which I think makes a heck of a lot of sense. Now, here's the next implication that comes from that. If it is Guardian weapons, just like the Guardian weapons that we have that are very effective against a certain other alien species, do you think that maybe this new Guardian weapon might coincide with on-foot Thargoid combat?
Yeah, I don't think it's just going to be another ship weapon. That would be not very original. So it's going to be some new dimension of weapon, probably. And on-foot is the best guess, because Odyssey is on-foot,
Yeah, no, and that's kind of that's my big conspiracy takeaway from this storyline, is I think what it's going to lead to, and this is just me completely snowballing into crackpot theory tinfoil hat stuff, is that this storyline is going to lead to Guardian weapons, and the Guardian weapons is going to lead to, hey, take this Guardian weapon and go to this Thargoid combat zone.
some people are hoping for, of course, a purebred Guardian ship, but I don't think that's gonna happen. No.
I would love to see that. That would be super cool.
Yeah, me too, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
I mean, for a while there, I thought maybe we would eventually get like a Thargoid ship, or maybe a ship that was like partially organic or something like that. But it doesn't seem to fit with like I could see that in No Man's Sky. I could see that in other more fantasy style games, but I feel like in Elite, having like an organic ship might be a little bit too much for I guess what the limits of their lore tend to be. But either way, I think it definitely, like, what I am happy about is this mystery does seem to be going somewhere, right? There seems to be some direction. It's not clear what it is, but unlike, you know, oh yeah, there's a blight on crops and we need people to deliver fertilizer all over the galaxy, you know, it doesn't feel like once this next step is over, that's it, we solved the mystery of the Hesperus. Like, Salvation is obviously going to play a key role. Who is Salvation? What are their motives? Are they trying to get this weapon technology to release it for the galaxy? Are there factions out there that already have this weapon technology and Salvation is trying to expose them? What's his motivation in all this? These are the questions I have. But I guess
I do really like this narrative. It's the most interesting one at this time, I think. I don't like the NMLA stuff. I don't really like all the human politics stuff. I think this is really interesting. I really like what they're doing here with this story.
Well, I think it's interesting because the NMLA one, right? And if I go back, I actually rewatched one of my earlier Dangus videos, the Beluga Knights and Interstellar Blights, and that was around the second interstellar initiative called the Blight. And I guess the NMLA, or it wasn't the NMLA at that point, it was the Scythe of Panama. I'm not sure if they were part of the NMLA as a whole, but they were using the Thargoid enzymes to create these weapons, right? So that part of the storyline seems to follow towards a new Thargoid weapon or new Thargoid content, whereas this kind of leads towards the Guardians. And I think I agree with you, where I'm far more interested to learn more about the Guardians, to see more of the Guardians. I think what we have with the Thargoids right now is pretty neat. There's a lot of different Thargoid ships and scouts. There's a lot of ways that you can shoot them in their hearts. I wish there was a little bit more like, I want to be the friend of the Thargoid and feed them meta-alloys. Like, I definitely think that there could be more friendly Xeno gameplay. But as far as the Guardians, you know, right now it's just limited to interacting with beacons, which are super cool, and Guardian sites. But I would love to just see them explored a little bit more. So who knows? Only time will really, truly tell. But yeah, with that, I'll wrap the stream in about 20 minutes, but I was thinking about heading back, but maybe just go a little bit further into Bernard's Loop and look for something cool. Do you know any cool sites around here, just like for sightseeing?
No, not really, no.
Well, maybe when I...
No advice.
Well, you could head down to the Flame Nebula here. There's also the Horsehead Dark region, but there is nothing to go inside of that. Like, there's no stars inside that little Dark Nebula. I don't know what its deal is. Yeah, maybe let's head down to the Flame Nebula. Who knows? Maybe somewhere in this area there's another thing that people haven't discovered yet, right? Could just stumble across it. I'll send you... Or you're already on the team, okay. That's weird, because I have, like, the leaving team thing stuck up there. That's another old bug that they haven't fixed, I guess.
But you still see my team icon?
Yeah, like, you're in the team, but I still see, like, that leaving team thing. Oh, apparently on the local radar, some Commander Crazy Golem just said 07.
I think he's in canon.
I can't give him a 07 back, apparently.
I recognize that name.
Well, Crazy Golem, if you watch the stream at one point, you'll know I tried to say hi back, but my computer did not let me. Oh, there's another holodot in the system. Who we got here? It's an Anaconda. Commander Omnislash.inc. Out here investigating the mystery as well. And he's a power player with Lavingi Duval. What is the special weapon that Lavingi Duval people get?
The railgun, right? The Imperial Hammer.
Oh, those are the good ones, aren't they? Yeah.
Sure, but I think so.
I would like to do a little bit of power play just to get like pack hounds and prismatics, but it's not my favorite part of this game. All I've got is the Winter's weapon, the pulse disruptors.
It's a shame that most of them are fixed weapons. I don't like fixed weapons.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not very good with them. I'd like to be better with them. I wish I were quite proficient with fixed weapons, but that is not the case. Yeah, this is quite a beautiful area of space that I don't get to that often, and a lot of it is just because getting out here is quite a hassle. There's a lot of permit locks in the way, and you oftentimes have to find yourself navigating through quite squirrely routes. Those planets were mapped by our sponsors, or some commander named sponsors. So yeah, just about 4 jumps or so for me to get to the Flame Nebula. You'll probably get there quicker.
Yeah, it was 3 jumps for me.
Yeah, that keelback is, I'm telling you, man, the keelback is a wonderful, wonderful ship. And I'm upset that, like, when I was back in that phase where just entering medium-class ships, that it wasn't available for me to fly back in the day. I did a lot of Type 6 work, but the Type 6 compared to the keelback, it's no question.
The Type 6 is actually quite a little bit better of a jumper than the keelback, but that's the only really good thing about it.
But, like, do you want the jump distance or that, like, ship-launched fighter capability? I just think the keelback is just so much more versatile. It's such a cool little medium ship. Like, what is your favorite medium ship?
Wow. I'll get back to you on that.
I don't know. For me, it's like, I think the Python still is my absolute favorite ship. But I am really enjoying the crates. Both of the Crate Phantom and the Crate MK2. Though soon, when I have a chance and I can, you know, save up a little more money in game, because God knows the rebuy's been bleeding me dry, I'd like to get a Chieftain.
I think you're going to have to say Explorer just because of nostalgia and, you know, exploration. Keelback's nice too, of course, but the crates are really useful. I've flown the Python a lot because it's very useful, but not really. I think it looks good as well, actually. But I've flown it too much to be able to love it.
Yeah, the Asp Scout. Sorry, please don't hurt me. Not the Asp Scout, but the Asp Explorer. I think is definitely like one of my favorite ships. Though I kind of like retired my Asp after my second trip from Colonia. Like with my storyline, like it's apparently buried on Earth back in 1989. So maybe that'll come back at some point or another. But yeah, I don't fly my Asp anymore for like lore purposes, I guess. And I kind of miss it. The crazy thing about the Asp is that, like, while it is an exploration ship, it is like 6 hardpoints, and you know, you throw some gimbaled multi-cannons on there with massive engineering, and it is quite a death machine.
And it has a surprisingly tough hull as well.
Yeah. It's definitely another good like all-rounder, right? It doesn't have like the cargo capacity of, say, what a Python can do, but you're also a lot more nimble. Though I find my go-to sort of like jump range ship and sort of whatever is the Diamondback Explorer these days, which I've got an insane jump rate on it. Right now it's like, I think like 52 light years to jump, which I know some people get like 70 with the right engineering, and you know, you can do this whole thing where you downgrade like your power plant to like a 2A, and if you play it right, you can get crazy jump ranges. But the one thing I do lack is that Guardian FSD booster.
Yeah, we need to get that for you.
Yeah, I guess, like, you know, again, it's sort of like, and this is my sort of long-running theory on Elite, is that if you go into Elite and you're like, okay, I want to do this thing, or I need to do this thing, it sometimes becomes very frustrating. The game sort of works against you when you have, the more specific of a purpose that you have, the harder the game works to thwart you. If you kind of go in and just, I just want to check something out, or I just have one objective or whatever, you know, the simpler it is, the better of an experience you're going to have playing this game. Okay, let's just maybe go land on one of these moons and get, there's some first football available in this system. Let's just pick this middle guy here. I do like that, you know, if you see an atmospheric moon of a gas giant and it doesn't have first footfall, it actually has some meaning now. I know that it used to be in the past that, you know, the moons of gas giants were paid so low in exploration, people didn't even bother with them. But now there's kind of a little bit more of a compelling reason to give these guys a look.
Especially before the FSS, where you had to actually physically fly to the thing to discover them.
The old days. I still find myself falling in that habit of just like pointing at the planet and moving towards it, waiting for the little circle to start, right? Oh, I guess that took. Sorry, I missed the comments for a bit there. Tokoso had to leave or had to go to sleep. Hope he's having sweet dreams right now. That's a big pile of bio waste. Oh boy, yeah, that sounds like Jeff Goldblum from Jurassic Park. I detect. New pilot in my squadron last night complained about getting interdicted by an NPC while carrying tea. I told him to think about what it would be like if they had bio waste. Oh, my favorite is like when you're carrying bio waste and some guy's like, let's see what's in your hold, and then he interdicts you and then he's like, give me 2 units. I'm like, wait, why? Why do you want this? NPCs just want stuff. They don't care what it is. And then Joe's asking, hey Spatula, do you think FDev will be opening up one of the locked areas of the galaxy as part of the Hesperus story resolution? Now that's an interesting factor that I didn't think about, is the whole COL 70 Guardian permit locked area. Oh, sorry, did I say Guardian? That could actually be a factor. I mean, I didn't even think about that, but maybe it's about time that some of these permit locked areas were permitted for, and you know, the story could advance there. So that's not a bad theory, Joe. I think that's interesting. I think like a Guardian on-foot weapon seems like an easier thing for them to do, and they're going to drag their feet on unlocking these permit locked areas until everything's perfect, but it's never going to be perfect. I don't think that that's a bad theory at all. I think that could be potentially maybe the end game. Maybe this is what they talk about, like, you know, in February they'll start unlocking these sectors and you'll have to get the permit, go in there, and then you can go toe-to-toe with, you know, Thargoids in their natural habitat. That's a very real possibility. And then Joe, you're saying Pac-Hounds, prismatic shields, and mining lances were the only power play weapons you unlocked. I don't know, what is the mining lance? Is that a mining laser that actually does damage to ships kind of thing?
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
But fixed only. No, I think there's also a third version. No, only fixed, I think. Only fixed.
I'd be, like, remotely interested in getting that, sure. And G-Vine, you're saying that your favorite medium ship is a Crusader. Interesting. That's a Chieftain variant. I mean, I'd need to go and do research on it because I don't know what variant does what. I have a Federal assault ship or a gunship, whichever one of those has the ship launch fighter.
Yeah, that's the gunship.
So I actually might have both. Oh, we got some electric. Oh, I've never seen an electric-y. Electric-y. Okay, we're gonna go check out some electric plants on a planet with first footfall. That's gonna be awesome. Okay, it looks like these electric-eye like to go in canyons. There's a nice little line, a little blue line that we can follow. Super cool. I have not seen these yet. I'm super excited. Also, the atmosphere on this planet looks black, but that's only... I was gonna say that's only because of my mode, but no. It does really look like a black sky. So, I guess, yeah, we don't really need the blue thing. We just need to go inside this canyon. Or this crevasse, or ditch. What causes these ditches on planets? Is like you would. It looks like a river channel, kind of, but like I don't think there was any water here. Was it a giant ship crashing here long ago?
Yeah, I don't know astronomy.
I used to, when I was like a kid, I read astronomy books and all that stuff, but I've not been super current. You know, it's like anytime I see a YouTube video on the subject, I'm into it. What's that guy's name? Anton Petrov or something? Loving his channel. You know his channel?
I don't know.
He's like a YouTuber who will do some really cool like daily science videos talking about astronomy discoveries and whatnot. Well, this is quite an interesting canyon. Hipster shields, okay. Definitely didn't need to. Alright, so apparently in this canyon we're going to find some electricae, which I've seen some screenshots of, and they look like electric plants.
Yeah, they're all blue. Blue trees, like
there's one.
blue cactuses, cacti.
Alright, let's land. Unsuitable terrain, unsuitable terrain. Oh, there was a little spot there. Hold on. Oh my god, sometimes it's just like finding the right landing. It's just like there's like one exact spot that you can land on. Oh. Like if it's that specific. It's like literally like a 1 square centimeter area that I can land. Woohoo! I did it! Mission accomplished. Then Jerry saying mining lances a small laser with a 200% range and deals more damage versus ships. It's not effective as a medium mining laser though. Okay, so these are not the... skidding.
Oh yeah.
These are not electricae, these are like fungoids. Cool looking plants though. Oh, you're scanning the Fonticula and I'm getting the discoveries from it. Wonderful. Here we go. Check this out. That is cool. I am really digging some of the new plant designs. Like, they actually do look really cool and alien. Are they dangerous? Can you touch them? Oh my god, this looks so weird. Let's get a sample. The planetary auto landing, Joe, that is on the advanced docking computer. So you have to have the advanced docking computer for that to work. But it totally makes the job so much easier. Okay, so we've got... So I guess we need to find 3 more of these for samples. Which I don't know. How do you feel about that, Phil? Is that like a... Do you think that's the right move? Is like, yeah, find 3 samples of these, or do you find that as irritating as I do?
I mean, I don't have a better idea, so I guess I'm fine with it.
My thing would be is like, I guess you get 1 sample, and you should be able to either A, sample other things, and maybe upgrade your scanner to the number of things you can concurrently scan. Because I hate the idea that, like, you find a patch with, like, 3 different things, you can only scan 1, then you have to find a different patch, then you have to go back. Or I think the way that I would like to see it would be just, like, you can scan 1, or you can scan 3, or you can scan 10, or you can scan 100. And the more that you scan, maybe the more that they are worth in the end. But I don't like the idea that, like, yeah, you can only scan 1 at a time, and you have to find... 3 different ones that are far from each other. Like, it just, like, I think could be simplified, or just, you know, not as punishing, I guess.
Yeah, you should be able to just, you know, switch out that little sample pack and have several active ones, you know, switch them over. You should also be able to see what you're sampling currently. There's no way to tell what's in your little sample bag there.
That's true. And I find, like, you know, like, the patches, the biological diversity, like, you're naturally going to want to get in your SRV and go to the next patch as opposed to walking, which is going to take forever. But you don't have the same sort of pulse scanner or bioscanner within your SRV. So, you know, you get to a patch and you don't know whether this one's diverse enough. You have to get out, scan the patch. Oh, no, this isn't. I gotta find the next patch, get back in my SRV, go do it all again, right? So there's a lot of, like, sort of unnecessary repetition, right? And if you could scan this patch and that patch, and even though this one's not biologically divergent, it just, you know, you could still scan it and it adds something to that discovery. I think that'd be super cool. And by the way, this canyon is, like, super steep and awesome. I'm loving, like, I think I'm on flat ground, and then I look and realize, like, I'm at a 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just one of those things where I'm like, I'm just like, I like a lot of the core aspects of this new exploration, but I'm like, it just needs, like, a little bit tweaking, just to make it a little bit less irritating. I think the easy thing is just let me scan multiple things, and, you know, yeah, maybe there's a time penalty where I have to take out the canister and swap it, but I shouldn't have to lose, like, that first scan to take a new sample.
I found another patch here if you want to come and scan it.
Ooh. Alright, coming.
I think it's
down the
a
mountain.
fine balance to walk between having something, you know, a gameplay loop being too easy or simplistic and being too complex. You don't want to have it to be too complex either, you know. Some people talk about you should be able to have, like, a lab in your ship where you go and you, like, mix genes and stuff, and I think that's going to be too complex of a gameplay loop, so...
It sounds like a cool idea, but
it's not going to be fun in the long run, you know.
yeah, I mean, what I don't find fun is just, like, I scan one and go, okay, now I want to scan another one, and I have to just, like, go on this little, you know, goose chase, right? But and the first time, or the first couple times is fine. After you do it a few times, you're like, this is just the same thing over and over again, and it often presents more roadblocks where I'm like, okay, I would like to do this, but I have to do this. And to me, like, a good gameplay flow is, like, you feel like you're doing the thing that you have to do, and that's the fun part of the game, right? But, you know, moving from patch to patch is not what's fun. I think, like, discovering the thing is fun, and discovering the different types of plant life. So yeah, like, it kind of just, you know, when you're, oh, there's another one, like, right over there. But sorry, like, when you're scanning one plant and then you find another cool plant and you're like, oh, I want to scan these both. Ooh, good materials. Tin. I need some tin. Antimony too. But yeah, it just sort of, like, makes it feel like work, and I should never feel like I'm working, you know?
Yeah. Well, I kind of feel like this game has always been kind of repetitive. It's the same thing in Odyssey as in before, I felt.
It's true, and
So
you know,
I don't expect much more than what we already have, you know.
well, that's you know, that's exactly probably the kind of thinking, because I also try to really temper my expectations, and as a result, I'm, like, really, you know, extremely disappointed in Elite, because I kind of, you know that I know where it's going to go, or I know what the limits are, right? So even, like, a lot of people are upset about Odyssey, and look, I think if you're upset about things like frame rates and stuff, I totally get that, right? Especially if it's barely playable, I'd be feeling the same way. But if you're disappointed about the number of features or how they're implemented, like, it's kind of like it's because you got your hype too high, right? If you keep your expectations low in this game, it will make you feel good. Oh, see, this one is not genetically diverse enough. This one is an inbred Electra A. Electra IE. Alright. That's fine. I actually really like this canyon, though. Like, this is super cool.
I see some other over here.
Yeah, I have to say this is definitely. I've not discovered all the plant types yet, but I really, really like this. The look of this plant. Maybe on par with. I really like the brain trees as well.
I really hope they do something with the brain trees because they have connections to the Guardians.
This is true. But the connection is just like that. What, that they're in the areas where the Guardians are out, or like did the Guardians eat them?
They are only found in regions where there are Guardian ruins, nowhere else.
Right.
So that can't really be a coincidence. Well, it can be a coincidence, but probably isn't.
That's what the Guardians made their computers out of, little brain trees.
I mean, it's a two-way relationship. So wherever there are ruins, there are brain trees. Wherever there are brain trees, there are ruins. They're never separated. They
Right.
always come together. That is interesting.
Try something here. See if they respond to provocation.
I hope they animate these things. They're so static now.
Yeah, that would be nice, even if there were little like electricity sparks or something along them, right? They are glowing though, which is interesting, right? Like, is that a bioluminescence? Yeah, so it doesn't really respond to that. What about grenades? Stand back, stand back.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, what about punches? If I punch an electric tree, will it punch back? No. No, it was worth a shot. I do like that you can stand on them, though. Yeah, I guess that's, you know, like, as much as I love the diversity of the plant life and all that stuff, I'm like, I really would like to see more, like, interactivity with the plants. Like, you essentially do the same thing with the scanner, no matter whether it's a plant or a rock or whatever. You just go up and scan and sample it, right? But it'd be cool if, like, maybe there were some plants that you had to shoot to have them open up and then scan them, kind of thing. Like, it's just, it does feel very much like you're doing the kind of the same thing over and over again. There's not much variety, even when there are different species of plants. I think, like, it's a little bit cooler when you get to, like, the space anomalies. And there's, like, P-type or K-type or those collared pods that I call space clams. And I think that's, like, handled a little bit better, where there feels like there's different interactions you can do with them, right? But anyway, I think, you know, there's a lot of things. I could go on forever about all the things I'd like to see in Elite. In fact, I'm thinking, like, I'm really debating some of the videos that I want to do for the next sort of, I guess, era of Dangus. I want to do more, like, thoughts videos on, like, what would I like to see in Elite? What are my biggest gripes with Elite? You know, it's kind of clickbaity when you think about it, but that will probably help me get more than, you know, 200 views on a video by doing content like that. But it's also something that I thought about doing for a while. Like, I've got ideas for, like, what would I like to see in power play? What would I like to see with crime and punishment systems? There's a lot that I think, you know, with a little bit of work and love, like, they've got things like multi-crew and power play and BGS that I think are really cool concepts, but could be so much better if they just did a couple months of just, like, let's tweak this or let's move it up. But they, you know, Frontier tends to kind of launch things and then sit on them forever. As we're still talking about things like, you know, bugs that haven't been fixed since Horizons, right?
Yeah, kind of like your fleet carrier video that they did with beta.
Yeah, like Fleet Carriers 2 was something where I'm like, I didn't know it was coming, and then it came out, and I'm like, oh, this is cool, and then there's just, like, really slight problems with it that will probably have me never buy a Fleet Carrier, because for me, it's like the upkeep thing, right? Like, that to me is like, the concept needs to be reworked. If I were to redo it, like, I would say, like, the thing would be, like, when you're active, your Fleet Carrier is there, and then maybe, like, you can set it on upkeep mode where it will then start draining your credits and be persistent, versus, like, you know, if you log out, then your carrier will dock itself and become inaccessible after 24 hours, right? So they only have to pay the upkeep if, like, you actually have squadron members that will need to use the carrier when you're not online, sort of thing. Like, making that a little bit optional, I think, would have been better than just, like, yeah, you gotta pay $5 billion, and then you gotta, like, pay a lot more for your modules on the carrier, and then, like, you gotta keep paying forever for the rest of the time. Anyway, but I'm gonna wrap the stream shortly. I guess, Phil, what are you looking forward to in Elite Odyssey? What is like something that you're planning to do, or you can't wait to check out?
My main thing is just the story and narrative, to see where all that goes. I'm of course interested in Raxla and the Dark Wheel and stuff like that, so I'm hoping they'll do a little bit on that.
They'll never do anything.
That's my main. That's my main thing. You know, I don't really care about money or the human politics or mining. Mining is fun, but
my theory is
like you said, it's work. You know.
They're never going to do anything on Raxla, because then, like, that's the only mystery that actually goes back to 1984 that's unsolved. Once they solve it, there's nothing else.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
but it's gotta be solved sometime. They can't, you know, have this forever.
Yeah, well, we'll see, right? I mean, by the time they release Raxla, maybe it'll be like, you know, the player count will be half of what it is now, but... no, I'm with you there, where I definitely, for me, it's like the story stuff is really what brings me back to this game, what I'm really interested in, and it's nice to see that they've got, like, plans and roadmaps for that. Like, even though they've released this bug fix roadmap and everyone was disappointed in it, they've also dropped hints that, like, they have enough story to get them through a year, right? I just hope that they pace it effectively, and that it actually leads somewhere, and it's actually, like, a cool resolution, right? It's not just like, oh, now you can buy this missile launcher that has 8 missiles instead of 4. You know, like do something cool there. And definitely, like, I don't know, like, I am, there's a lot of stuff I want to do in Odyssey. Right now I'm going to be probably more focused on, like, unlocking these new engineers, which, to be honest, is already starting to feel painful. But I'm really looking forward to just, like again, like new SRV variants, I think, is what I really want to see. I want to see a more, like, I don't know if this would be the racing SRV, maybe this is kind of more racing geared, but I want to see, like, a cargo geared SRV that can hold, like, 20 components or cargo pieces. And I'd love to see, like, a hover SRV, like, almost like a skipper. That would be my wish. But new fun land-based vehicles, I think, would be something I'd really like to see them surprise drop or something like that after a story beat.
I think if they're gonna have new RCVs, they should also, you know, have some content to go along with that. That makes sense for it.
Right. No, that's true.
They won't do that, I think so.
That's true. They need, like, new base types or something.
Yeah, exactly. Or you know, SRV missions, transporting goods.
Oh, I would love that if you had to go from, like, one base to another base and you couldn't use a ship. They're like, yeah, we got to keep this under the radar. Like, we can't have it on any of the flight logs. You have to go in SRV, like, over the ground. And
yeah, like old school space trucking.
Oh my god, that would be cool. I mean, it would be tedious probably in reality, but at the same time, I'm like, if they could even just, like, you know, like, there could be bases that were designed like that, like 2 bases that are only a few kilometers apart, and maybe there's a road between those bases, right? So there's nice flat terrain that you can stay on. But if you stay on the road, maybe there's, like, you know, booby traps along the road, or antagonists waiting for you, or cops that want to pull you over. How cool would that be, right? Oh, yes, thank you, Loot, for impersonating Nightbot. I keep seeing, is Nightbot, like, a thing that's on other people's, I see it on, I think I want to say the Plater stream a lot, but thank you for Nightbotting there. Yes, I make videos, and you should check out my latest video if you haven't checked out my latest video. I can't remember what it's called at this point, because I changed the name of the video halfway through filming it. Oh, it's the case of the cleared save, which is about Spatula getting his memory back. But yeah, with that, I will wrap for today. So thanks, guys, for joining a Big 07, for everyone who stuck around, especially since the beginning, as we've sort of, I guess, quote-unquote, solved the next leg of this Hesperus mystery. Stay tuned. I'll try and make a video on it later, though I'll have to clean up my hard drive and get some space there, because I ran into my space limitation finally. How easy it is to clog up a hard drive when you're recording in, what is it, 2550 by 1440 or whatever it is now? Anyway, but appreciate you guys sticking around. You guys have a great rest of the Saturday. I will see you in the black. Stay dangus. And end. Oops. Yes. There we go. I'm always terrible at ending.